Is there a spot for me in the lobby? I know I tried.
Yes there is.
Oh, thanks.
I already linked it.
Well, I linked it again.
They're like, who the heck's Winged Nation? I'm like, oh shoot, I have to say I'm a caster. How long has it been since I've like...
Alright. I have a draft link. Oh my god, I'll have to fix that at some point. That is one large goldfish that is on my screen right now. They already dodged me with the 8 a.m. start or 8 p.m. start time. I am so fucking tired already. This will probably go really well. How are you doing, Mr. Nation? I already lost him. We're off to a great start. Well, maybe he'll show back up sometime.
Hello?
Hello?
Weird. I was not muted. Huh. Huh. I just replugged headset. Okay, but yeah, no, I'm doing all right. We're at like this is the end of my weekend here, right? So like post weekend depression.
Nice. That's a solid combo, post-weekend depression and just general exhaustion. We're really hitting on all cylinders today.
Gave myself an off day from ranked games, so I completely like ruined my mental.
Nice. How's the new LOR patch?
I mean, it's been fun. I've been watching Akato since he's been live today, and I mean, it's been funny watching him rage at it. I basically just play Path of Champions, so not a whole lot's changed on that side.
Oh, well, they started draft finally. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to week number 2 of CCS, the Classic Championship Series. It's our first CCS cast. Woo, very exciting.
Oh, yeah.
This is week 2 of the Thursday League. Notice that it's Wednesday. There's a reschedule that happened. Yeah, Rodham comes in 0-1, Goldfish Gaming 1-0, GFG, the defending champions of CCS. So, should be a good test for the boys here in week 2. So far, we've got the MF Callista and Hovering Talia ban. Callista seems normal, ordinary. However, I'm joined today by Wing Nation, the legendary 4th admin.
Oh, that hurts. That also is true. I lurk every once in a blue moon. So I'm not familiar with CCS. I haven't looked at their rules. Do you know what like their? Obviously, this is like platinum. There's a D3 in here. Is that kind of like cap as a D3?
Yeah, so it's a D4 cap with a D3 exception player that you can have.
Ah.
And then like the Diamond League is similar, where you can have Masters 100 LP. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it winds up being kind of funny that way.
First
But yeah,
pick Ulu.
that's Kaiser Uwu is their D3 exception player. And we don't have an exception player. As much as we apparently rank sit in every other league. Yeah, Seraphine is the first pick, and I hate B1 Seraphine. Just because it's Seraphine, not because it's a bad pick. GFG gonna lock in Sivir. This feels very stock standard thus far.
Yeah, Sivir really strong after the patch, even after the hot fix. I mean, she just kind of beats people up. Now, I think the theory behind Sivir currently, she has to auto attack a lot more since the lethality build's dead. So longer range champions like what's being locked in here is probably good into it.
Yeah, Xylene also locked in for GFG. And Hovering Senna, we're just going to maximize the amount of time that we sit in this draft, apparently. So there's the Senna Seraphine. How do you feel about that as an overall lane?
I mean, it's a disgusting lane, right? Like, it's skills. It's one of the highest win rate lanes that's existed in a while, I thought. Right? Like, Seraphine just scales, like, it's perma clears wave, and then Senna just gets free souls, and then, like, she just gets a 500 range ADC, so she just gets to stack or grab souls a lot easier.
And the Wukong, just grabbing more champions that are theoretically flexible for Autumn. There's a world where it's Senna Wukong bottom with Seraphine mid, where it's, you know, Senna support with the Seraphine mid. Like, I don't think it necessarily has to be the bottom lane, but I don't know why you would change it up. Olaf going to be locked in for GFG. I haven't seen a whole lot of Olaf, but he did get buffed last patch.
Yeah, and those buffs were targeting his jungle clear, which were kind of actually really bad compared to the Olaf of old that we know. Going back to the Wukong thing, I forgot it's lane playing support, not top. So yeah, Wukong support or bottom is absolutely a possibility.
He is just Enchanter main though, so I expect him to be on the Seraphine, but I think there's a world where they flip it around a little bit. But yeah, second ban phase. We don't necessarily have any solo lanes picked, so expect that that's going to be heavily targeted.
They're gonna ban Gwen on Wednesday?
And her release day in LOR. It's no longer Gwen's day, my dudes. At least for game 1. Galio. Okay. So I'm kind of interested if that's the Trundle jungle target or Trundle top target. Trunkle. Yeah.
I think the Vladimir is targeted. Is that mid? I don't know. Yeah, I think it's targeted mid. See, I feel like the Vlad being another short range champion that has to scale is like fine if you let it through, right? Like, so far, Goldfish really only has an Olaf to carry through early game. Olaf top.
Yeah, Hecarim has come back into prominence, and you have the Sivir to help run really fast. They just have the run really fast comp right now with the Zillion and the Sivir.
Right.
Olaf and Hecarim will be running very fast, and that seems difficult to deal with right now for ROTM. Not a whole lot of... I guess you have the Wukong ult to try to slow that down, but Kled, I don't know, really helps out a lot, other than now you can run really fast at them or away.
Yeah, I mean, this might be a game of just who catches the other and goes in first. I don't know. There is a world where you flex Zillion mid and you lock in Rel for the Equestrian comp too.
Ooh, then you get the Cavalier buff too, get that little reduced damage.
Right.
Okay, I love that. Vigar, I don't want to say solves a lot of the problems that they were having, but
That does help.
the cage
tremendous.
really helps stall. So I think that's a great pick by ROTM. And now what's GFG going to do? Maybe somebody else that runs really fast? Probably a mid laner, you would imagine. That's a mid laner. Doesn't run really fast though.
Yeah, no, that is a good pick into Veigar though. Like speaking from experience on both sides of the matchup, that gets difficult quick.
Do you feel like Xerath is a little bit vulnerable against the Wukong Veigar combo?
I mean, yes, but with the way that these team fights are probably going to be played out, I don't think it matters because even if like Wukong and Kled are going in, there's so much more going in the other direction that I feel like the Wukong is going to be pressed to more peel than engage, and then Xerath can still sit back and do the Xerath things.
I meant more like
just sits
laning.
a mile away and presses R. Oh, laning wise?
Yeah.
Oh, nah, not worried about it at all.
Xerath just isn't a balanced champion. Is that what I'm getting?
I mean, if and knowing this is their best player too, right? Like,
yeah.
Hypothetically, like, provided they maintain vision around it, around like the few lanes or the few ways that Wukong can actually like get to a mid, like who cares? Xerath's gonna be playing outside of Veigar cage range, and until Veigar gets Predator boots, if he goes Predator, then who cares?
Well,
maybe that's just my mentality as the Xerath player, as the Veigar player.
Should be an exciting matchup. We're waiting on both teams to ready up now, so we're just big chillin' here. Somebody finally asked R in the chat. That's always a positive sign. Oh. I like that there was one R, and then they just went. Maybe people are ready. Maybe they're not. We might get to draft a third time. How exciting would that be? All right, so
had lobby power.
how do you feel about this Goldfish Gaming logo? Right. This is a goldfish that's either going Super Saiyan or just has a really big brain.
I think it's the second one. They're super big brain.
And then the tagline, "Unlimited Rebirth." Is there a goldfish legend about like a reincarnation?
Not one that I'm familiar with, but I'm not gonna pretend like I'm an expert there. What are we?
I looked up goldfish reincarnation.
Okay, I'm looking too.
There's a light novel called Reincarnation into a Goldfish. God, what the hell?
Sounds about right.
It has 1 review, 5 stars, by Xiao Hebei. After a disappointing life, Tian Hongyu achieves nothing. In his life, he was just a corporate slave, slaving away for the people in higher power. His life was so unfulfilling, one mysterious god reached out to him. It gave him a second chance. He took it, vowing that he would work hard to be best in his next life. Oh, this is a really long synopsis. Never mind. Laughing, the so-called god betrothed him with some gifts and sent him on his way. He gets reborn into a parallel world where cultivation exists, but not as a human as he expected, but as a seemingly common species of the spirit beasts. Not just any common beast at that, the lowest of the low even, the golden-scaled goldfish. He wrote 1 chapter and he's currently on break. Oh, he's got 2 chapters out. Hopefully that synopsis was just gripping for everyone on the stream. There's also apparently a song called Reincarnated Goldfish Interlude by On the Low. And then there's a Reddit post that says, I found a goldfish that looks like Hitler in the pet store.
Oh, we had one of those actually at my store. had a koi with like a little black mustache, pretty much. It was great.
Well, hopefully that koi just found the best home.
Yeah, it's been long gone by now, so who knows? It's probably in a pond somewhere.
Well, we are drafting again, as we have to do when there is, it's not pro draft, draft law involved. Yeah, normally I'd like go over stakes and stuff, but I kind of covered that. Rodham had a rough week 1. They played Dorado Gaming, who were one of the favorites in the whole tournament, and now they've got the defending champions in week 2. So a little bit rough from the schedule makers for their first 2 weeks, but hopefully can punch a little above their weight, settle in nicely.
It'd be nice to pick up a dub, especially like against the champs, right?
Yeah. But yeah, this just the second of a long week of Rodham action. We saw Masters unfortunately fall 0-2 earlier, but tomorrow's Darkwind, and then we've got the triple threat of Crowstorm, Harvest, and Dread playing on Friday, which somehow we have to keep track of.
Wait, what? What?
Somebody locked in Nivea. Alright. Great. Excellent.
Client? Oh.
Well, luckily Riot's client works 100% of the time, every time.
Hopefully they don't take like 20 seconds a pick though. Like,
I mean, they have been.
I know, it's like, come on, let's go. It's
Well,
not like
they already started the game an hour late. They took literally the entire time they could have on the draft, and then now they took an entire time they could have on a second draft. So, we're really doing it today.
It's like, how does it take like 12 seconds to find a champion to ban?
Right, when you already know which champions you're banning, I don't feel like it should take a particularly long amount of time unless you're like specifically buying time for somebody who's not in the lobby for some reason. But like, we've drafted twice now. Like, everybody should be here. Everybody should be on board with what they got picked. Like, just get through it, guys. Come on.
The only other thing I can think of is like if whoever happens to be like playing top line has like a slower computer where it just like lags, right? Like, you know how the client is.
I haven't seen a problem like that in a minute, but benefit of the doubt, sure, why not?
Well, I mean, yeah, you're not on the worst computer. like I'm not either, but just from having to play on like a laptop back in college and like yeah, you lose a lot of time when the computer itself just is potatoey.
Oh wow, and then so schedule makers, I guess, have it out for the boys, cause so played Dorado Gaming week 1. Then you
Huh?
have the defending champions Goldfish
Yep.
Gaming, and the next week you have ID Eclipse, which is the team that won the lock-in bracket. So
Oh, it's
on the bright side, it probably doesn't get much more difficult than that. Um, maybe you just get the top 3 out of the way. Maybe you get a win or two, and jump up there in the conversation.
right. I mean, even if you don't, like, you figure out kind of where your weaknesses are, and then you get to like slowly ramp up and build back, and hopefully shoot yourself into playoffs. How many weeks is in this league?
Should be 7.
7. Okay,
I-
well,
I didn't actually count. Yeah, there's 7.
maybe you'd have to ramp it up real fast afterward, but
I mean, so top 5 make playoffs.
oh,
There's
that's not
just
bad.
a separation of upper bracket, lower bracket based on your seeding. I like a lot of leagues have been experimenting a little bit with these kind of formats. A just has very similar formats as well, and I appreciate that. Like, don't immediately eliminate everybody, then go into a single round robin. Like, make sure that the regular season still has meaning by like, separating. Hey, you get a bye, you don't get a bye. Your upper bracket, but then still having the double bracket for the teams that placed well feels good. It's a good format.
Needs to be more leagues doing the fearless drafting. I'd like reward players with a champion ocean. It'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, it'd definitely be interesting. I feel like you can kind of abuse people at a certain point if they only have a handful of picks. Like, can you absorb a 3-ban every game and the champions that you already played you can't play anymore?
Yes.
Well, yeah, you can't decide which champion to play on the list of 150, and it doesn't matter which one.
I've gotten better about that, but yeah. That's why I've been in my training arc here. I've been working a couple things.
So you're training up a bunch of stuff that you'll chicken out of playing. Is that what I'm hearing? Anyway,
No.
well, we got 2 minutes left. Let's actually talk about team comps if you want to, or something.
Yeah.
Talk to me about something interesting. I don't know.
I mean, we already briefly talked about it, but they're running at each other. They're gonna run at each other fast.
Then talk to me about lane matchups, right? Then
Right.
who has advantage in lanes? Like, where are we going to see these junglers start to play? What am I looking for from Mossy and Hyping Hero?
Right. I mean, honestly, I think if I'm a top lane or if I'm a jungle, like, I probably worry about top lane. Because I feel like whoever wins that, or like whoever gets like a kill lead or so in there, probably snowballs hard. But like, neither of them can really get out. They just run at each other. I guess Olaf can press R while Cled's got Bear Trap on him. But like, bot lane can just opt into perma shoving if they want, right? Sivir, Seraphine. And then, like, if you're hyping hero, look for opportunities if Zerath does overextend, because that is a difficult matchup, but doesn't get resolved unless there's like a 2 versus 1 play. I mean, with both, I wouldn't necessarily call Zillion an enchanter, right? But like, with both of those type of supports, they're probably not going to be moving a lot early.
Yeah.
So like, you'll leave the mid lane in like a 1v1, 2v2 situation.
I did want to highlight, I added some animated emotes to the channel. I can't get them to show up on Discord for some reason, but yeah, we have there's a clown rave and a cog slide and a shake emote. They're very fun. So check those out if you are a sub, and if you're not a sub, then sub. Give me your
fix
money. Yeah.
that. That-
You don't have to give me your money. For the record, I appreciate your money, but it's not ever gonna be a requirement. I don't know why it would be. That'd be kind of ridiculous. I like we got the champ select music to build up right then, and then boom. It's gonna decline right into the game.
the difficulty of being the co-caster. Just, I hear nothing. Except for your voice.
Not really worth it, TBH. But
Okay, so NBK did opt into Electrocute instead of Predator, which is fine. I mean, it's more kill power early, right? But
God,
it,
there's a lot of summoner spells happening. Oh man, my CCS logo is very big. This is the debut of the CCS logo on stream. I don't know if this is the right one or the one that they like to use, but you know, we got it. Yeah. So quickly, there's no flash on El Rush.
there's no flash top lane.
True, but Olaf has Ghost, which I feel like is pretty normal. So I don't really understand. He DC'd, right?
Right, right.
But he bought items, so he wasn't DC'd. But now we're waiting for him to. I don't know.
No, he DC'd again. If you've
Oh,
chat hidden, right?
no, I have it.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
have it up. Well, sometimes you go 3 drafts into a pause. His name is High Ping Hero, so
Yeah, it's like he's living up to it.
you'd imagine that he's used to playing on it, but
Maybe it's too high, despite Riot fixing the ping bug. Make me not fully pull my hair out.
um, so Lane has left base, and he's got a Doran's ring.
Yeah,
That implies that he's farming.
true.
Also kind of interesting. Worth noting.
I,
Wow,
I mean,
this is
that's how
just
you play that lane, yeah.
continuing. You don't have to. I don't feel like. I feel like there's no hard rules about Senna other than she gets free scaling, and that's our hard rule. And also that she should go back in the lamp. But
Yeah, I feel like the hard rule is what number Riot decides to have her soul rate drop for when farming minions.
oh, well,
I like that the second that.
as soon as I put the game pause screen up, we're back. So
Wait,
this is just the after pause.
the after pause? Yeah.
We might eventually get to watch some League of Legends tonight on this stream. Who knows? So some interesting things that are committed to. High Ping Hero doesn't have extra pots or refill. He just opted for a pink ward that he put down immediately at his blue buff.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Well, not quite his blue buff in the
Right. That quadrant event. Yeah.
Oh, NBK spent $40 on the extra chroma for the Veigar skin. Also, first strike on Kaiser is kind of interesting. Do you like
No,
that
that's
pick?
that's standard for Xerath now. You scale so fast with it, right? Like you hit that 20-25 minute mark and you're usually like an extra like half item generated from it, like a good 1200-1400 gold. And like in this matchup where he does have range advantage, he can pretty much consistently proc it.
Yeah. So As you mentioned, we have the Ghost in the top lane plus the Ghost in the jungle for Mossy and Matt G. Um, plus the Sivir speed boost, plus the Zillion speed boost. They gonna be some fast boys.
Yeah,
Um,
it's always gonna be exciting watching them run at people.
how do you counter that normally? How do you deal with very fast boys on the enemy team?
Well, you have to get deeper vision, right? Like that way you can just react to them faster. It's like playing against like a Nunu. But then you also need to like play around Baby Cage. You picked it as kind of like the counter, like your disengage or deterrent. So like when you hit that point where you get nice footwork. But yeah, you got to play around the Baby Cage.
Also, welcome Kale to the stream. You can hear him barking lightly in the background. Yeah, level 2 in the top lane. Gonna dismount Elverash. That's a little unlucky, I would imagine, in this matchup, because now it's gonna be harder to get your poke in. And now with Violent Tendencies down, it gets even a little more difficult to remount, but doesn't look like he's in any particular trouble right now.
Now the concern is just when you get that pocket pistol, I think, on like out of charges and cooldown. But that looks
Well,
like
yeah, there's a nice little remount combo from Elrush, and he'll get the nice chunk through on Matt. And I don't want to say take control of the lane, because it's definitely pushing into him, and Matt G has a CS lead, but now should have a little advantage on the health bar.
in the brief little snippets we're getting a mid. That's kind of like exactly how that lane goes, right? Like the Veigar just keeps getting poked and hating life for a little bit. Already chugged through all 3 corrupting pots.
Yeah, neither jungler's done anything particularly noteworthy. It's a full clear from Mossy. It's so far a full clear from High Ping Hero. Um, they did their crabs in a different order. Very interesting, but Mossy now looking for a little bit of damage in bottom. Just gonna say hi to... I never decided. I guess it's a Toyot is the technical pronunciation. Damn.
I feel like that'll be the one name I struggle with this game is just because like I read it backwards.
Yeah, I'm tempted just to say it's Toyota because it is.
Right, it is Toyota.
Um, but it's also not Toyota, and it's also Karasuda. So
Karista.
Karista, yeah. Um, shout out to Agent A2 wherever he's moldering right now.
Oh, we got a 2v2 up here. Never mind.
Yeah, there were 2 champions on each side up there. Mossy had a recall. Interestingly, bought his boots, so he's actually got the little... Lexus would kill me. He's got the little tempo advantage on High Ping Hero. That High Ping Hero canceled his recall. He's looking to be an alcove gamer, but Matt notices that and is just gonna back from top lane. Nothing really exciting happening on the map, which you would imagine fits in nicely to both team comps, but probably benefits Goldfish Gaming just a little bit more.
Right, I feel like you do want to give more time for... Oh,
Yep, Mossy gonna look in mid. Mossy has been a lot more active so far than High Ping Hero, but NBK trying just to walk out, has to try to sidestep, but I can't think of the name of the ability. The Q didn't quite hit him.
oh, your Arcana Pulse?
Arcano Pulse, yes. Arcano Pulse.
Oh, there you go. That's a good gauge. Huh, I wonder if there's a way for me to see how much first strike money.
When
I don't...
it's up, if you click on him, nope, it just says it's on cooldown.
Yeah.
Yep, no idea.
Shame.
It'll be a mystery. Need the riot hacks to be able to see that. Oh, I'm dropping frames. Sick. Let's go. Shout out to Xfinity. I'm gonna charge Xfinity for all 210 of those frames that I dropped. And Goldfish Gaming gonna go ahead and secure their first dragon. Hyping Hero
Ooh,
looking
gets a
for a
good
little
cage.
engage. Good cage from NBK. Goes in. Mossy is down for first blood. I know I'm behind Wing Nation, but there's a double kill for NBK. I actually can't catch up with you. Oh,
Huh.
I can? It doesn't seem to know what to do with me.
I'm at 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, I'm right there. Okay.
Okay, so you're
I
caught up.
sped up. I had to click on the timeline to get reacquainted with it. But that's a really good double kill for NBK. Got the kill with the Primordial Burst over the wall. He's looking pretty strong on the Veigar.
Yeah, that. Oh,
Looking for something onto El Rush. He's
gets
going to get the
remount.
remount. So Mossy, still level 6, gets pulled back in. El Rush just going to tank it up, uses the charge, the pocket pistol for the kill. What a play by El Rush.
Well played. And going back to what we were about to talk about with the NBK, like that drastically changes how that mid lane plays out too. Getting that Veigar accelerated that lost chapter, like plus his other components to keep him semi healthy, like that's huge. But also well played, well played in the top lane. That slows down the clear for Mossy. This will also upset Alexis, but it ruins the tempo. I'm just doing that to trigger him.
I I haven't had the discussion with him about why he hates the tempo word, but he really doesn't like it. He said it the other day and he kind of gagged. It was very weird. I don't really know. Had to verify your email just to rep Goldfish in the chat. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We had a lot of spam bots for a little bit, and we got like follow botted at one point, and I it's just safer this way. I'm sorry, but yeah, verify your email. That way you don't lose your account. I'm not a Twitch rep though. That's lame. Who is
Yeah.
doing fine on the Seraphine. He's trying to farm, and he's being bullied quite a bit by Dirt.
Yeah, that's what 20 CS down already. That's like, 300 gold or so.
Yeah, not that you expect the Seraphine to keep up with the Severin farm, but it'd be nice to be a little bit closer than that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's still game one.
Yeah, it's a 3-0 lead for ROTM early on, about a 1,000 gold lead. Mossy just rushed an item. The heel cut.
Yo.
My God, my brain is just fried
Yeah.
today. Executioner's
calling?
calling. God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like that? Do you think it's necessary into the Seraphine Senate to have it this early, or like it's
So
definitely necessary later? But
I don't mind it. I thought the new meta for at least the last patch and then this one is like a second item, chainsword, right? Because that's like a lot of stats, like 55, 80, the Grievous plus like cooldown reduction for 2600 gold until like its nerf next patch. So like I don't mind it. And like he's an okay source to apply it with the helicopter, right? Your Q.
no, that's interesting. You have a lot of insight that I just miss recently, but right now Matt unfortunately doesn't have any insight anymore. He's dead. Teleport actually, Kaiser goes up just to help grab the wave and make sure that El Rush and High Ping Hero can't grab a bunch of extra turret plates. But another good play for ROTM as Oreo Murderer. I haven't actually said bot lane's names. Dirt and Oreo Murderer is quite a combo. Um, Nothing's been happening down there, I guess. El Rush is pretty low. Kaiser turned his scripts on, I guess, briefly. That's. I'm not saying he's scripting. It's like a Xerath joke.
He's hitting
but
everything. Yeah, yeah.
He is hitting everything. He's got right at the arcane, but it's probably not enough to kill even if he hits all three of them, so he'll head back to mid lane.
I mean, I think the important thing there is hyping Hero's base was delayed. Like
Oh.
yes, they're active. Ooh.
they caught NBK kind of over the wall. Dawning Shadow going to give him a little bit of health. NBK just trying to walk forward, but he can't quite get Kaiser low enough to hit him with a Primordial Burst. And so, Goldfish Gaming on the board.
Yeah, what I was gonna say was that delayed hyping hero's base, and then with the dragon coming up here, that puts him away from it. But then again, NBK just got picked, so my points are kind of really invalid, or it doesn't matter.
I just realized how terrible everything looked. You guys let me go out like this? There's the overlay. My god. I didn't have the overlay up, and Rodham versus GFG were just hanging out on top of part of the... Oh. Alright.
It's like the old days.
I had to make this overlay on top of the UML one. Hyping Hero's in, trying to go for the steal, but the dragon goes over to GFG. He's caught and dead in the back of the pit. Mossy picks up that kill. Now NBK trying to get out, but gets slowed by the Zillion Oreo Murderer. Looking for the bombs, but not going to be able to find anything else. And so, second dragon of the game goes to GFG, and they get another extra little pick onto Hyping Hero.
Yeah, interesting choice flashing, right? That's only dragon. Oops, stun coming down. Here comes the whole combo.
Oh, just not
Good
quite
flash.
enough damage. Yeah, good flash from Kaiser. Make sure that he doesn't get hit by the meteor. And, now doesn't have that ability, but for the time being, saves him. Rush and Matt just going to go mano a mano up in the top lane, as top laners used to do back in the day. You go with fisticuffs.
This might be a turret dive here, just as soon as he gets a remount, right? Like he's got ignite coming back up. He has his ult. Never mind. There's a Moisey on the way.
Yeah, Mossy
Mossy.
looking for the gank up in the top lane. Rush gonna have to play this really well. Gets the remount just in time. Oh, that Hecarim ult was almost timed beautifully. Has the charge out away. Rush is out. Now in the bottom lane, Hyping Hero gonna go ahead and drop Shelly down, and they'll pressure it on in with actually going for the dive. Oreo Murder still has Chrono Shift available. Not going to be able to take him down immediately. Hyping Hero starts the second part of the Cyclone. Toyota picks up one. Oreo Murder trying to get away, and he'll be able to zip away with that. But Dirt in the dirt for the first time this game, and ROTM will get 4 turret plates, maybe the tower down here.
Yeah. Nice play on the other side. What? Oh, we have a repeat up top here.
Oh. Arcano Pulse just tickling Toyota, and now Mossy looking for Rush in the top lane. Doesn't have the ability to get away this time, but he's just going to stand and deliver. Rush with the Dawning Shadow kill from Toyota from the bottom lane.
Man, I was thinking it was a great flank there for the Goldfish jungler, and yeah, no. Kled happened.
Yeah, just a little overestimation on how much he could do, and Matt G not quite able to get in range. I almost wonder if that should have been a teleport up, but continues to hold on. Is that bugged? Does Rush not get health back on Kled when he goes back to base?
No, it should be he gets health back, but if he teleported too fast, I'm assuming.
Huh.
Right, because like he was
Yeah.
he was an HP, so he just didn't get it back instantly.
I guess just rushed his recall. I just didn't know if it was a visual bug or if he rushed his recall, but
Yeah.
it did feel pretty quick, so it was probably a rushed recall.
Yeah, I was wrong. Mousy went for the full chain sword first. Again, it is only 2,600 gold item currently, so like that's pretty good investment.
Yeah, and he's got a pretty significant CS advantage on Hyping Hero right now. So just raking in a little bit of that gold, and Hyping Hero not quite able to finish his first item. Mossy already well on toward his second.
Yeah, I was noticing their NBK opted into the Lunes on Vagar, which like it definitely isn't bad, right? Like it's not a bad item, but I feel like in a team that's gonna be running into your face, having like the extra bit of CC from your Everfrost is probably more important.
I almost don't know how much Everfrost would help, just because theoretically Matt will have Ragnarok on, Mossy will have his ult. Like, there's not a huge amount of actual targets that you can Everfrost. I kind of like the more burst, but I'm also biased toward watching people kill people in this video game.
As
Ooh, the
Vega, you
sidestep?
kind of still do
Oh.
that anyway.
Alright,
Oh,
right to the
gotta
arcane.
more.
Hit one. Apparently isn't going to find the rest. That was a good flash by NBK. Now gets healed back up. Mossy looking for the dive. Finds Hyping Hero. There's a 2-level discrepancy between our junglers right now. but nothing more really going to come of that one. So,
Uh,
Goldfish maybe still looking. Mossy looking for that re-engage. Going to kick high ping hero. Doesn't have the clone just yet, so gets feared back in by the Onslaught of Shadows. Now finally gets the clone back up. 25 gold for Mossy. And he'll get a couple more just after that, charging right in to high ping hero. And a successful dive on between the two towers. Over the wall comes Kaiser as Toyota and Lane trying to fight a 2v2, but they're just a little separated. El Rush comes in from the top side with the charge, pops Mossy, pops Oreo Murderer. Good route as Matt is able to teleport in, and BK joins the fray, and it's going to find Kaiser. They need to finish off the Xerath before he kills the Senna, and they do. And ROTM collapses from all sides just before Goldfish are able to, and it's a 9-3 lead for them.
right, and this is right as Dragon spawns as well, so Mountain Drake goes into their pockets here. Just, yeah, that's a nice kind of like a gank through the river from El Rush. Really swung that one around.
Oof. I thought they nerfed that ability, but that boomerang blade was chunky already from dirt.
Yeah, it does have the ability to crit, so that leads to some chunky variants.
Well, we have our first items starting to finish up across the board. Anything interesting that you notice? Dirt opted for the Kraken Slayer, which is the more aggressive option. You can also go Gale Force or Shield Bow on the champion, but
Yeah, I hate Gale Force on most ADCs now. You just cut your damage too much. It's either Shubo if you need to live, or it's it's Kraken Slayer if you want to kill.
yeah. Lane went Leandries, which I think is kind of interesting on the Seraphine. Not the supportive build, looking for the stack damage, the ability to kind of slowly chew through the Hecarim and Olaf. I don't feel like you miss out on too much healing because of it, but yeah, just worth noting the more
Nah.
expensive items on the Seraphine. And maybe in a little bit of trouble here as Oreo Murderer is looking for a dive with dirt. They'll call in the boys. I don't know who this is teleporting because I can't look, and El Rush is going to be the one that shows up. They'll get the pull back in, but everybody is just converging down. Good chrono shift by Oreo Murderer, some time. Mossy's into the back line. Charm goes a little wanting there from Lane, but it doesn't matter as El Rush is just ripping through Matt in the top lane, fighting with high ping hero. The Olaf should win this one. I don't, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
I appreciate the look there. Good stun gonna land from Kaiser's. He's getting collapsed on by Matt. Not Matt. God, I'm all scrambled. Kaiser's dead. He's going to die. It's just a matter of who picks up the kill. And it'll be El Rush. No assist to Lane. He didn't do anything.
right. He tried to give his sister something over down there, but yeah.
Well, for all these kills, it's only a 2,000 gold lead right now for ROTM. They're going to extend it a little bit with this mid lane tower thanks to NBK, but it feels like ROTM should be more ahead than they are based on the fights that we've seen. And as we mentioned, Goldfish Gaming have the scaling comp, so what are you feeling about this game state right now?
Well, I mean, both teams scale really hard. It just is most of these fights like Goldfish is the one with like the lanes pushed, which it's just a lot easier for them. The Sivir being able just to obliterate a wave, Xerath being able to obliterate a wave while Veigar wants to slowly stack it, like that's letting them move first or make the initiative. Rodham just had some really good responses and like playing a lot off of El Rush's lead that's been secured for him. First up in the top lane.
Yeah. So if you're RTM, are you just eyeing these dragons, trying to get back into it? Do you feel like you need to make a play to burst open some towers here?
Well, I mean, you have the big one already down, right? Like mid tier 1 is down, so that opens up a lot of the jungle. The hard part's going to be getting yourself into position to where you can catch out Sivir while she tries to clear like the mid waves. So I don't know. That just means you just walk into like say like I this point, maybe, well, we've got what, the Min on Dragon, so obviously that's the play right now. But once that's down, you maybe secure vision in the top quadrant and look to finally take that top tier 1.
Oh, the double gank here from Kaiser and Mossy. Knock lane a little bit back, but he's got the flash to get over Toyota. Stunned up underneath tower, just able to live. NBK going to get stunned after his teleport, looking for somebody to cage. Rift Herald drop top lane. High Ping Hero has to go ahead and crush that Eye of the Herald and send that on its way, so it's going to help El Rush here in just a second. He doesn't have teleport, Matt G does, and Mossy is up here, so this looks like a clear signal from Goldfish Gaming that they are giving up the tower. Mossy couldn't quite get in front of the Kled to intercept that. Oreo Murderer finds the stun. El Rush still in trouble. Does get the Dawning Shadow, just trying to stay alive underneath tower, but eventually shut down, and it does go to Matt G. The Chrono Shift saving the life of the pony up in the top lane. And ROTM just going to have to settle with a dragon, it looks like, is the answer, although Kaiser's still in position. They have dirt as well. Goldfish Gaming could still look and make a little noise around this dragon if they really want to.
Yeah, that play happened top early enough that they, I mean, they're obviously not rotating, but the timing of it was maybe just off by a smidge.
Yeah, Matt gonna grab top lane tower. Sheila wasn't quite able to crash all the way through to equalize, so little gold swing in favor of GFG, now clawing it back to 1k. NBK? Alright, gotta hit the abilities.
The
All
auto
right,
attack.
well, the auto attack. The big power glove auto from NBK finishes that one off. Have you seen like a Nintendo Power Glove? That thing's weird.
Yeah, they are. You've seen oh god, you've seen Kung Fury, right?
I have heard of Kung Fury, and I've heard a lot about it, but I've never watched it.
Okay. Take 30 minutes out of your life if you can find 30 minutes on YouTube and just watch Kung Fury.
That's the one I think my boss was telling me about. He like shoots people through the phone or punches people through the phone.
Well, Hitler does that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Everything I hear about this movie just sounds like for sure.
It's great. No, you'll appreciate it. Basically everything of the film or the video is quotable.
Oh, stun onto Matt. Doesn't have Ragnarok now, as he did just use it. High Ping Hero able to use the decoy successfully, and that was really scary for the Wukong clone. I thought that might have been High Ping Hero in there, but not that scary overall. And ROTM finds a little pick on the bottom lane.
Yeah, I got just as worried about the quote as you did, which I mean maybe that's a good side on it, right? He's playing around the clone wall.
You almost give benefit of the doubt when somebody just starts wailing on one of the Wukongs that they got the right one, because like it's pretty obvious that they used the clone in that situation. But yeah, I guess wasn't the right one. Elrush finally picks up that tower in top lane to extend it back out to about a 3k gold lead for ROTM. It's I don't know. It just feels like it should be larger given the 13-4 scoreline and the way that the game has played out, but Goldfish Gaming hanging around mostly because they're right-clicking minions really well, especially in the jungle and at the AD role with Dirt and Mossy.
Right. Since I haven't mentioned it all, I did just check stacks. Toyota is at 75 right now in the Senna, so a few more minutes we'll finally tick over that 100 mark.
75. That's a good number for Toyota. I didn't ask if he wanted to be called Toyota or a Toyot or Karasuda.
That'd probably give clarity.
His status is also ideas for name change in League, I think. So if you have an idea for what Rodham bot laner should call himself, I guess send it his way. We'll just workshop this one on stream. We'll let him know what he wants.
Ooh,
Ooh,
NBK,
yeah, gank from Mossy. NBK just a little overextended. Has to use the Zanyas. That Downing Shadow not really going to help him out too much from Toyota. Lane gets stunned in the mid lane, but I don't think, well, definitely Kaiser's not going to kill him. He's just going to soften him up quite a bit.
right?
And Goldfish Gaming are looking at Baron, and there's not really a big way that ROTM can stop that one. El Rush going to try to find Matt, just slowly chunking on through.
Right. I
But
don't
this
even
is
think
a...
Hyde Pink should get out of there, right? Like he shouldn't even bother attempting. Like let it go.
Yeah, this is a hard contest. The word dropped. In comes the teleport from El Rush. 2.5 thousand on it. Hyping Heroes in. Smite at 84, but the Hecarim falls afterward. But they got what they came for. They got the Baron, and Oreo Murderer is going to be able to escape with his life. So Mossy sacrifices himself to get the Baron for his team. And Goldfish Gaming kind of picked the pocket there. That was a good-looking engage from Hyping Hero, just not quite able to secure the Baron.
Yeah, I mean that does. You do lose your jungler for Dragon 3, but again, it's their dragon. It's not the end of the world. You take those.
Can we add chatting as an emote? What does that mean? What is a chatting emote?
I don't know. I don't Twitch enough.
Maybe I'm missing something. Cause yes, I'll add it if it's a thing, but I don't know what that means. I shouldn't react to chat. Uh, gold gonna go, dragon gonna go down. I'm sorry, I worked too much today, and then they started an hour late, and I'm just gone apparently. It's Mountain Soul Point now for ROTM, but the gold lead continues to shrink a little bit imperceptibly, I guess, to our fine teams. But we're within 1,000. There's nothing between these two teams right now in terms of actual gold count. But if you're Goldfish Gaming, you feel like a lot of these fights haven't been going your way.
Right. I mean, I think the big turning point here is in about 400 gold for Sivir, right? She's that close from her IE, and that 3-item spike is just big.
Sorry, post-COVID Maris still just struggling along, but good group up from ROT or from GFG. Um, the great Ficken guys, the gold fucking fish gamers. I, I don't know
Whoa.
what words I'm saying. That was like kind of an
Ultimate's going
attempted
everywhere.
dive, but yeah, a lot of ults used. El Rush is just split. He is killing towers on the top side, and now Mossy's looking for the engage. Hits the big ult, trying to scatter everyone, but immediately dies. They'll trade out as they were able to take down NBK. Hyping Hero in lane trying to push forward. El Rush is just killing the tower up on the top lane. Dirt looking for anything that he can. That was a really good clone by Hyping Hero to get on out of there. Matt and El Rush continuing their top lane scrap. Ignite comes down from Matt as he works his way through the inhibitor. Kaiser, Oreo Murderer, and Dirt still just continuing to stay in mid lane and continue to press. Lane flashes forward for the root onto Kaiser, but there's no follow-up damage from ROTM. He's burning down, out of mana, and now Goldfish Gaming able to get somebody back to defend, but El Rush has taken down the inhibitor in the top lane.
Right, Rodham's got that pushing that'll stay up long enough for them to get control of the dragon, right? Like you've got that coming up. You got Baron timed at the same time as the Soul Point. Big on the resets though. Olaf did pick up a 3rd item, and most importantly, I was talking about Sivir and that Infinity Edge, and that is in her pockets now.
Is that where Sivir would keep an Infinity Edge? In the pockets?
Yes. That's where you hide a big sword.
That's like canon. Okay.
Yeah. They're going for NBK again. Fast horse.
Fast horse. Have you seen Dr. Horrible's sing-along vlog? We're just gonna make really bad movie references that either one of us know.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, I have not.
Okay. This is a real bad horse situation for anybody who has seen it. Isn't Dr. Horrible super dated? Shut the fuck up. Alright. Glad we could cover that.
At least someone does it. I don't.
Yes, it's super dated. I'm super old. You don't have to point that one out. Thank you. It came out when I was in high school. I'll admit that one. Alright. There's a soul in minute 8. There's a Baron in a minute 10. I had to wait for the tick down. Game gonna be decided here in about a minute, I would imagine. Do you like where Goldfish Gaming have scaled up to? Do you think that they can take a 5v5 fight right now?
I mean, they've got pretty much all their key items, right? Like everyone's got what they want for themselves. Maybe keep an eye on the stopwatch actually in Dirt's pocket. Don't know if it'll make too big of a difference or not, but that's a powerful 650 gold.
Yep, NBK. Oh, fishing for the Zillion. Not quite able to find him with the cage.
Yep.
Big issue, I guess. Matt G has that double stacked, soon to be triple stacked super minion wave up in the top lane that he's got to clear out before any of this can really happen. Hyping Hero just taking a little poke across the gap. Where is Kled? Kled is back behind everyone currently, looking for an angle, I would imagine, for that charge on in. Cage just a little wanting there, but the dash forward Dirt little under fire. Now the charge is hit. In comes the teleport. Mossy looks for the engage. NBK is able to eliminate him first. Dash in from Matt G, just trying to do the damage. And there's not any coming really from Goldfish Gaming. Kaiser has a flank up on the top side with the Xerath just pounding in the damage over the top. But they've lost Mossy, they've lost Matt, they've lost Dirt in exchange for only NBK and ROTM. Look at the dragon. Is this the steal? Kaiser? Oh, not quite able to... he was looking for the poke. Wasn't really aiming at the dragon. Now maybe in a little bit of trouble is ROTM going to zerg him down or at least look for the Baron. Rush not quite able to find that bear trap on a rope, but we'll maybe find the next one. And there it is underneath the tower. Pull him back in, get the dives on in, and they'll finish him off with the auto attack from Toyota.
Yeah, so that was a really scattered fight. Xerath was kind of on the wrong side. He was like on the upper half of like the Goldfish bottom quadrant, and when the Kled went in, he was just on the wrong side of the lines. Teleport from NBK here.
Yeah, teleport from NBK as we've set up the Baron. Mossy just going to be herded off a little bit by Rush. He's got the ult to get into the pit, but he is quite early, and ROTM take care of that with a Primordial Burst. He got outplayed by NBK, and the Baron about to get outplayed by the members of ROTM and into their pocket.
You could say control deleted, right? That is the Vagar Eternal for kills with R.
I think that's also a quote in the skin, in fact. Not 100% sure.
No, I think it just says deleted.
That sounds about right. I don't know. All of his quotes in this skin, the arcade final boss Vagar,
Yeah, final boss.
are just like slightly changed villain quotes from other video games. It's kind of neat, but
It's a good skin.
It was my favorite at one time, and then
Right.
they upped their standards and invented new champions and things like that. But yeah, holds a special place in my heart. I have a poster of that skin.
Nice.
I don't know where it is, but I have one. Yeah, it's a 7,000 gold lead for ROTM, and they're pushing in with the Baron buff. Matt is doing his best up on the top side. Has no teleport to join, so this is very much just a siege from ROTM, and Rush has decided the siege over. I'm going to kill Xerath, and he does, and doesn't really lose any health in the process, so why not? Lane with a celebratory encore back through Rush. Scarl might have to run away here in just a second, but the inhibitor's also running away. They'll get 2 inhibs down, and the third one could be under fire if they just rotate up and hit it. And that looks like the plan from ROTM. I'm going to play this one a little slow. Matt has to use the Ragnarok to get out of the cage. NBK playing his distance correctly there. Dirt just wave clearing as one does on Sivir. Ooh, a lot of damage coming through. Just that lone auto attack from Toyota. Mossy not having too much luck there as he walks on through. Well-timed chrono shift, gonna res Matt, but now the re-engage from El Rush underneath the tower, looking for the Olaf. They get the pull back. NBK finishes him off with a Q, and Oreo Murderer and Dirt, the last two left alive, left trying to defend their Nexus Fountain from the onslaught of ROTM, but they cannot in game one. Goes to the Banditos.
Yeah, well played. Especially early game, we got to see kind of El Rush take over the game and give time for Toyota and Lipo lane to scale in the bot lane. I mean, overall, I mean, the kill score was incredibly Rodham favored, but it definitely felt closer than what it was for quite some time.
Yeah, so ROTM with the 1-0 lead. We'll see what happens in game number 2. We'll be right back. Ranked queues are currently disabled. Interesting. And there's login issues. And the lobby's full. We're really firing on all cylinders right now.
I'm not even in there yet.
I'm not either. Is Card still here? Can you tell me what you mean? Is chatting
There's space for you now.
Twitch emote?
I'll be back 1 sec.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's the like weird bean-shaped guy typing on the keyboard. Okay.
Be back.
Welcome back. I have a draft link.
I do too.
And they're drafting. But I'm not ready, so don't spoil that there's a Callisto ban.
Shocked.
The absolute state of League of Legends in this country. Alright, we're back. Game number 2. Didn't really get a break in between game 1 and 2, but here we go. I approve of that wholeheartedly. RTM on match point, now on the red side. So we'll see how this changes up. Already a Kled ban is going to be the big difference for GFG. And the Seraphine ban from ROTM means that GFG are going to grab Karma as the blue one.
Yeah, I mean, slight adaptation, right? Rodham was scared to hand over Seraphine. I don't blame them. Champion needs to be taken out back and shot.
If there were two champions I had strong hatred for, it's Seraphine and Senna. So yeah, I feel that. As like characters, right? They just need to go away. Tryndamere needs full reworked and kneecapped and gutted, but like the character's kind of cool. Lane gets a Soraka though. Let's go. It's Starchild gameplay, and they're gonna pair it with a Sivir of their own. I don't know what Siver's subtitle is.
Isn't it like just the Huntress?
Is that it? The Huntress? She doesn't really hunt anything now. She's like a mercenary.
The Battle Mistress. Sorry.
The Battle Mistress. Is that real?
That's off the League Wiki.
I can't find it on the League Wiki, but I'll have to believe you. Oh, there it is. Sivir the Battle Mistress. That's her old one.
Is it?
Does it matter if it's been updated? I guess it hasn't been updated. Yeah, she's still Sivir the Battle Mistress. Okay, well, I don't need to talk about her anymore because there's a Twitch and a Gangplank and a Diana in my video game. Twitch Karma?
I mean, yeah, probably. I don't know enough again about Goldfish. Like, it could be. I mean, Karma can go 3 places, right? She could be top, middle, mid, or support.
Probably not top with Gangplank in the video game.
Probably not. Yeah, you're right. You're right there, but I don't know. I played a game of GP mid yesterday.
I think it's kind of interesting. So our team going away from a lot of the champions, even though they're available. Like they could have gone back to the Wukong if they wanted. They could have gone back to the Senna, but opting instead to just, slap down the Sivir, slap down the Diana, get a little bit of a different look for themselves.
Yeah,
And an Irelia. Oh boy.
That's a good pick into GP. That's super annoying to hit barrels.
Oh.
That's a good answer though.
All right, I'm a big fan of these drafts so far. Likely Poppy jungle, but could see a world where that's Poppy top with Gangplank mid. I think. I'm pretty sure Karma Twitch is bottom. Okay, never mind. There went my fanciful theory about Poppy top, but yeah, you got the Poppy jungle for a little bit of lockdown, and the Veigar to help round out the composition for GFG. They scale.
I scale real well.
Twitch Gangplank Veigar, they scale. RTM so far with Diana and Irelia don't as hard, but the Corki, I hate this champion. I've expressed my hatred for a lot of meta champions in this stream. I want you guys all to know, I don't hate every meta champion, just these. All right, well there's a Corki in my game. Unlucky.
We're missing the counterpart though. There's no Azir.
Oh boy, Corki Azir.
Oh,
I actually love watching Azir, especially when I'm casting amateur matches. I have no particular issue with Azir. I think Corki Orianna is far worse than Corki Azir.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Ori is kind of boring. I mean, I think she's a well-designed champion. I just think she's boring.
Yeah. She was very cool at the Season 2 World Championship when no one knew what she did, and Toys brought her out. And now Toys is in jail. Look at where that got him. Don't play Orianna. I don't know where that's going, but...
Yikes.
We're listening to 2017 LCS Champions Select music, which really takes me back, because I have definitely heard all of these songs more than I would care to admit. Hot take, but I'm still not convinced Ori is actually good in comp. I think she's even worse in solo queue, so I'd hate to see the goodness list in comp. But, yeah, we get to watch this draft again. I think I put it up on the screen. Yeah, okay. The issue with being the play-by-play caster and the producer.
Did I do this? I don't know.
Her lane is pretty good into certain things, but her scaling seems like a meme most of the time. I feel like that's the way people build her. They build to not scale, they build to just have utility.
Wait,
I think the exciting part of Ori is like you combine level 6s with pure jungler, and that's it. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you not like the PoE Riftmaker Conqueror do no damage build?
That at least sounds like a good meme, rather than just like Everfrost into Zanya's and never interacting with the opponent. You put the ball on Volleybear and you hope Volley Daddy carries you. Yeah. That's the gameplay pattern.
Yeah, no matter what, you just say jungle diff after that game, right?
Jungle diff.
You're never wrong.
Every game is just jungle diff. 'Cause what's mid lane if not jungle diff? What's bot lane if not jungle diff? What's top lane if not jungle diff? What's jungle if not lane diff? Oh.
But Radam has lane diff.
Oh yeah, we've got the lane diff. We've got the Twitch staff diff. It's unlosable. It's very losable. We have lost before. We've lost a lot.
Absolutely.
Please stop beating us, actually. Anyway. This is a really interesting team comp from ROTM. I don't know how I feel about it.
There's
I'm
like
gonna say,
no
like,
CC.
there's no CC. You've got kind of strong lanes, but like your whole team fight is Diana suck people in, and that's it. You got poke.
I guess ever get ricochets while they're sucked in, hopefully? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how you win if you're not very ahead in a side lane on Irelia. Like, that seems very obvious because you picked Irelia, but like, GFG has a lot of opportunities, I guess, to find comeback plays, to scale into the game. Like, you can envision it 3 or 4 different ways that Goldfish Gaming win and find successful team fights. But for RTM, it really feels like it's all in the L-Rush basket. Which, to be fair, it was a very good basket last game. He made a very nice one out of that Kled and Skarl combo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I like seeing the Irelia. Takes me back. Maybe we'll see some Tendy's diff carried on through the boy L-Rush. I don't know how old they are in relative age to each other, but in terms of stature, you know.
Right.
Shout out to Tendy's. He's not watching, but shout out to him.
Long live the Tendies diff. Man, I got all excited after the end of that last countdown. I forgot about the whole Spectator delay.
Yeah,
and now I'm just sad.
I do that every once in a while because you just like talk and you keep talking and you're like, ooh, a countdown timer. It's already almost over, and then it just rolls into the next one. Anyway, RTM looking for their first win of the season. Goldfish Gaming looking to go 2-0 and continue their winning ways. I saw the stat. I don't know how good it is, but Mossy and Dirt have never lost a CCS Season 1 regular match, which would be last season, I believe. So
It's a pretty good stat.
yeah, maybe not 100% fact checked by Patriots, but. You love 3-minute spec delay commentary? Yeah. Me
Yeah.
too. Last split, GFG went 9-0. Okay, I like the additions to this one. That's a solid meme from 40 JR Pilot. We've adapted. We've overcome. Also kind of impressive that he has the time to send that while he's playing, but Hopefully that doesn't mean that we're in for another pause. That would be the life, though. Well, we survived. I really should just get a shirt that says I survived spectator delay or something like that.
See, Kaiser went Predator on Vagar.
And he went Leprechaun Vagar, so you know his
Right,
head's in a
yeah,
good spot.
Oh yeah. Great skin. Great price
What
for
is
a
that
great
man's
skin.
voice?
Wait, whose voice?
My wife is watching
Oh.
Downton Abbey, and there's just a man who's talking like this, and I really can't. It's just astounding. I don't know what's wrong with his voice. He's got a very large, bulbous nose too. But wow, that's a pause. Imagine. Is there anything we're giving away? Yep, there is. So we'll throw it over to a pause screen. All right, Weeb, give me.
Something
This
to
is
talk
your
about?
this is your one and only shot. Talk anime to the chat.
Talk anime? What? You expect
What's
me to?
going on
I
with
was
the
like,
animes?
I was like, you expect me to watch anime?
You're the Weeb Nation. I expect you to watch anime.
Oh, well, sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, well, the whole nation is gone.
It burned up
It
when the
burned
Fire
up.
Nation attacked.
The Fire Nation. It is
Yeah.
very warm out right now. That's fair. I didn't want to
No,
talk about the
no,
weather, but we
no.
can if we really
I
want to.
mean, okay. So like currently like Overlord streaming and like it's fine. It's Overlord. Like there's nothing incredible, right? Like I'm assuming you're not watching anything. Haven't forever.
I'm apparently watching Downton Abbey.
Right,
No,
right. I thought we were talking anime, not.
it looks like an anime. I mean, it has Professor McGonagall in it, so I can't remember her
Ah.
actual name.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, Maggie Smith, my wife corrects me. That's, I believe, her spirit animal. So, no, we've been watching cooking shows, which is what we watched while uh, I had, well, we both had COVID. So,
Right, right.
um, yeah, we watched Iron Chef, the new season on Netflix, and then we watched The Final Table, which was pretty mediocre, not really worthwhile, but we watched the whole thing.
Any of them motivate you to cook more?
No, absolutely not. It motivated me to go to restaurants and buy more food, but um, yeah, not so much about the cooking. I mean, I do kind of want to try more, but it wasn't really because of the shows. Top Chef or bust? All right, noted. It's apparently a mom gap, according to chat. I don't know exactly what's happening right now, but that those are words that happened in that order in the chat.
Normally it's ganked by mom, so I don't know.
Holy fuck, no shot, you're getting mom gapped again? I what? I'm too boomer to understand some of this, I guess.
Food truck race?
Food truck race.
Is that food trucks that just race, or do they like race from corner to corner and oh, we're back in
All
game.
right,
No
yeah,
more pause.
I'm
But
assuming it's more about the cooking than like actually racing food trucks, but I also have assumed wrong before. We got a little three stack going on from GFG as they head and get the ward on top of the red buff. It's already been counter warded by Hyping Hero, who once again has started with a pink ward that he's going to put over by his blue buff. Um, Yeah, I don't know if that's just a stylistic thing from Hyping Hero, if he just really likes doing that, if he's confident in his clear. NBK just kind of has to scoot a boot over the wall.
Yeah, that's rough
That's
for
a
Lane.
level 1 Valkyrie that's not going to help him in lane at all.
Right, and he's gonna be late off of this reset, right? Like it's about 30 seconds back to lane, especially when you have like 325 move speed.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to miss too
Yeah,
much, but it's going to give Kaiser the opportunity to shove, which, again, doesn't matter that much in the Veigar versus Corki matchup, I feel like, but it could be it could be a thing that happens in this game. How do you feel about the Lollipoppy jungle? That's a skin that unfortunately also exists in League of Legends.
no, it's such a good skin, right? Like, okay, are we doing the catch-up pause now?
I'm
Or should we
not.
just go? Okay, well,
I'm at 2 minutes, 201, 202.
yep, no, that's mine.
I didn't have a catch-up pause, which is weird. I don't know.
Good for you.
Maybe I escaped. Hyping Hero was very low. Like he got I'm assuming Smite plus Gromp heal, but he was maybe 100 health in his jungle. I just looked over and his health bar was gone. Um, I don't know that Goldfish Gaming will spot that and be able to really capitalize on it, but not the healthiest clear thus far for the Diana. I guess he's fine. He got the heal back up. He knows what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing, but um, El Rush has to flash away. Good gank from Mossy, actually. That's really good early pressure from the Poppy. He skipped a couple of camps in order to head up there a little bit early, and is rewarded for it. That's a really valuable flash because now Matt should be able to have a little bit more safety while he farms up here in the early game.
So my game crashed, and I can't
Oh,
spectate off.
nice.
Wait, I can spectate lane though.
Yeah, you should be able to spectate lane or Toyota,
All right.
hopefully. And if not, we can break out the OPGG.
I already had it pulled up and was ready to do that.
Level 3's hitting the bottom lane for Dirt and Oreo Murderer, and already this is looking better for Goldfish Gaming. They seem a little bit more comfortable getting a little more early pressure, and El Rush just walks up and autos the barrel. All right, yeah, fair enough. Mossy is a knockoff gamer, and El Rush is low, burning down the gunshot first blood from Matt. Nice little combo there, and punishes El Rush for not having his flash from earlier.
Sorry, I don't have any color commentary because I just
Oh
loaded in
yeah,
after it.
for sure.
But we're back now. We're okay.
But yeah, solo kill for Matt G for first blood. That feels pretty good, especially given how game 1 went up in the top lane. El Rush has to blow his teleport, so now no summoners up there on the Irelia. Has to catch this wave under tower, and you can already see the Sheen diff plus Boots. Boots actually not insignificant in this matchup because you can help walk out of the flawless duet from El Rush.
Yeah, I mean, both items real good GP. Yeah, I've spent a pretty okay amount of time on this champion in my time away from competitive, and yeah, I mean, those first couple of waves and like a kill, like Shinda feels so good.
Yeah, and we've already
It's like
seen him kind of poke out El Rush early on, which you should be able to do on Gangplank, but El Rush will grab a little small CS advantage, but still has that wave to collapse in. Not too worried about it. What is a little worrying for ROTM is that same CS diff is starting to show up in the bottom lane, as we saw in the last game. Different person farming, different circumstances, but Dirt will be able to collect a couple extra here and have a small little pocket advantage here early on.
yeah, Dirt just better at clicking minions maybe. I don't know.
That's kind of interesting. That's normally So in Irelia, normally you'll see them stack up that passive and then just start wailing away with the auto attacks because they have the enhanced attack speed plus the shield cut plus she probably gets something else, I'm sure.
There's
Uh,
no shield cut anymore.
there's no shield cut anymore. I don't know. Just
That's been gone for quite some time.
first I get called out for Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, and now I'm getting called out for shield cut on Irelia. This whole stream is just offensive to me. Um,
I'm never
plus
coming
it's like
back early.
plus it's like 9:30 p.m., which is old for boomer hours. Yeah, we're really doing it right now. What build will NBK go?
Yeah, I was literally thinking the same thing. What do you think he's gonna pick up? Do you think he's gonna go like the shield bow route? Do you think he's gonna go hopefully not Divine Sunder after that item's been changed?
Yeah, I really hope it's not Luden's, because that got changed and pretty well gutted on the champion. I guess it's still fine because people still build it, but I don't know. That felt like a massive change to cut down the AP scaling. Elrush trying his best, but he's going to get pinned into the wall by Mossy, into the cannon barrage. Trying to turn this one back around. Mossy, was just one hit, but wasn't quite able to keep him underneath tower, and Matt picks up his second kill of the game. Good roam up from Oreo Murderer to help secure that one. Or not Oreo Murderer, Kaiser. I
it was
just
like
saw
Kaiser
another
and
champion
Mossy.
up there. Excuse me.
That's that Predator diff. 2 plates over on Maddie too. Ooh.
That's a thick gangplank early on. Elrush has his Vampiric Scepter, which might help
Armor's
stabilize him. But, yeah, RTM will go ahead and grab a dragon in return. At least getting something cross-map. But trail 1,000 gold, which I think is the biggest deficit they've been at this series. You
Yeah,
know, the whole series, the whole one game. But, yeah.
that diff is all on GP, right? He's got 1,300 up already.
Yep. Toyota and lane going to have to get out of here as Mossy has already gone from top lane down to bottom lane to try to look for another gank. High Ping Hero hanging out over the wall. Now goes over. Has Luna Rush available, but gonna get sent out. That Keeper's Verdict sends him all the way back into the jungle. Toyota trying to get the damage through. Lane has to flash over the wall because Kaiser's collapsing before NBK's able to get there. And a lot blown. The R from High Ping Hero, flash heal from Toyota, flash from Lane. Good play from Goldfish Gaming. Yeah.
Right, right, and that was also the Moonfall burnt on nothing.
And now here comes Kaiser. Has the Predator just... All right. So
Outplayed.
there's jokes about outplaying people. That one falls right into that category. Walked up, hit R on him. Toyota can't really go anywhere underneath the tower, and Dirt picks up the kill. Now starting to spread that lead around, or Goldfish Gaming, and this feels very good for them. Not a single lane behind right now. What do you do for your RTM? Where's your punch back now?
Well, that's the hard thing, right? There's no real setup in the draft they have. It's their only CCs is literally the Flawless Duet and your Moonfall from Diana, but like one's still on cooldown and it's a long cooldown. And the others, it's not going anywhere. It's up in the top lane for a while.
NBK just rushes his ways to, like, only pit stopping for the cull, and then grabs the man immune. So jury's still out on exactly what we're gonna see this game from him. Elrush trying to threaten, but this looks like the jig's up. High Ping Hero going to be spotted out on the ward, and already Goldfish Gaming swinging around to try to answer. The Poppy going to meet the Diana out in the jungle. They do have lane in the pocket, but I don't know that really matters as High Ping Hero getting collapsed on. In comes El Rush, big ult coming through. They get the Moonfall. Where's the damage actually coming from? The root lands from lane. Matt, the flash from El Rush, able to get over the Keeper's Verdict, but now in come Oreo Murderer. They'll get the root underneath the tower. The heals from lane just not quite enough to save him, and they'll trade it on back. Both top laners die, but RTM finally gets on the board.
Yeah, I mean that feels sort of okay. Because you're getting a kill. And you got the shutdown gold off of it, so it's not the worst. It does feel bad. I think El Rush missed a Q and had it on cooldown for the fight. Uh-oh.
Oh, Mossy, pretty low, takes an extra tower shot, but the cage is very good from Kaiser, and he finds the primordial burst on the Hyping Hero. In comes the package from Corky, looking for Mossy. Does he have the actual damage to finish him off? He does with the auto attacks. NBK picks up one. Kaiser low underneath tower, now throws him into the cage. Stuns come on through. Lane just using all of his health to try to keep his Irelia topped off, but Matt is able to return and pick up another kill. And now they're continuing the chase down. Lane low gets slowed by the Q and the gunshot. Matt casts gun for the double kill.
Well, I mean that's definitely a positive in favor of your Goldfish there. Really extended fight at the very least, but I mean, you now have a 4-1 Gangplank who's big chilling on
Oh,
Triforce. Uh-oh.
Kaiser isn't done continuing his rampage. That's a good spell shield from Toyota to get on out of there. Matt G has a Trinity Force. He's big. He's on the bank plank. That's the
Unfortunately,
analysis. I got you.
yeah. Oh well. I was like, unfortunately with the Triforce, we're not going to see the dank one shots, but I mean, that's all right. He's so far ahead, it doesn't matter.
I'll hit the X button just to illustrate. He
How
has
far ahead?
he has 5,500 gold, and the next closest person in the game is his mid laner at 4,600. So it's a good day to be a gangplank.
Yeah, NBK is actually like for being down like a kill and 3 assists and a couple of farms. Surprised how like little that gold diff is.
Sork shoes for NBK. All right, next
Yeah,
item is going to be the
still,
scary one.
it's like still standard Corky.
All right, Dirt going invisible, but Mossy and Oreo Murderer are enough to make NBK back off. Lane and Hyping Hero doing out the dragon at the same time Shelly dropped in the mid lane. Going to get a couple more turret plates, maybe even the mid lane tower straight up here in just a second. And we have an Infernal Soul. So the one thing RTM really has going for him are these two dragons and the possibility of an Infernal Soul here in about 10 minutes.
Kaiser did complete his call on that last minion. Was going to count them all out loud, but you're doing that casting thing, which is more
Yep.
important.
My bad. I'll never do that again. Elrush doesn't have
Oh.
Q, and now he doesn't have ult, and now he doesn't have E. I don't see this being successful, but they're still looking for Matt G. Got the W back out. The heal from Lane. Okay, never mind. It was successful. He got his Q back up. My bad. That's a shutdown going to Elrush and helps equalize things a little bit up there in the top lane. That's not a kill, but could have been very scary from Kaiser.
Yeah, it looks spooky, but yeah, three ults, including the wish expended for that kill top lane.
At a certain point you gotta it's either that or you don't get the kill and you lose a death. So it's a worthwhile expenditure, even if it is a little expensive, more than you wanted to pay. That's a sunken cost fallacy. Yeah, well, Matt's got a Tiamat. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's gonna go Rev.
Rev
That'll proc off that'll proc off all your barrels.
Okay. Well, Bruiser gangplank build. Mossy finishes up his chem tank. Turbo chem tank.
Statistically speaking, this build is it's like 5 or 6% higher win rate than the like the Essence Reaver Prowler's Claw for fun build. So like he's playing to win this game. No one can blame him for not.
I mean, no particular issue with it. I just play gangplank and ARAMs, so who am I to judge?
So you go the Duskblade. You don't even do the fun Prowler's Claw.
No, you go Prowler's Claw. Get your extra lethality.
There's too many dingbats that go Duskblade and ARAM.
Yeah, no. Duskblade's a trap. There's a couple of situations where you want to be in stealth and you have to reset, but like, nah, it's Prowler's Claw. Well, it's Essence Reaver, Prowler's Claw, and then a bunch of crit items. That's how you have the most fun on Gangplank, statistically speaking. I don't care about win rates. Win rates are just invented by big win rate. Elrush has his Bork, and now he's going to die because Mossy's up here in the top lane with the Chem Tank. He's not going to die at all. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Oh, really? Yeah.
He's got Q. He's fine. But now maybe he's dead. Because in comes Oreo Murderer and Dirt to look for a dive. I don't know why I try setting up narrative things. They're just not going to happen. Kaiser hits his Predator in the mid lane, just trying to chase down the Corki. He's got the Valk over the wall just to try to escape. Now gets put into the cage. Up in the top lane, Mossy trying to set up everything with his ult. They're getting onto High Ping Hero and El Rush. Trying to focus the Irelia, but he's got a big ult. Trying to reset through. Finishes off the Twitch. Matt G. Low has to flash out. Mossy sets the front line. Gets the W up in time, but not enough as he burns down to the autos of High Ping Hero and ROTM. Turn the dive. They do lose the tower up in the top lane. Somehow NBK was able to... Never mind. It's not somehow. He used Flash to escape. I'm not going to oversell that one. He flashed away from Kaiser. But that's a good little sequence from ROTM. They claw it back to about 1,000.
Yeah, the sustained damage from those two champions, Irelia and Diana, is absolutely disgusting here. That was... obviously... Oh, we got a
Oh,
dive
El
here.
Rush looking for the dive. Big heal off of the oranges. El Rush has the resets. Does he have enough healing? Oh, just enough to get on out. And there's no one left to punish him. We're really watching him, though, which makes me scared. Okay. I was like, I can't see a way where he dies here, but if
It's
the
like, there's no
directed
jig
camera's...
tilt, there's no ult.
Yeah, if the directed camera is focusing on you, it's usually a bad sign for you in that situation. I've watched a lot of directed camera in my day.
Hyping did just tick over to level 11, which could be huge here for this dragon. Still 30 seconds of that spawn, and his ult, I think, is up in time for it? Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to watch if Lane and El Rush are able to get theirs, because that's pretty big. The Cannon Barrage probably not quite in time, if I had to guess, but will be shortly thereafter. Mossy, he's got package, so you can't lock him down for very long. He's really being patient with the package. Okay, I like that from NBK, and you'll grab a couple of fruits.
Yeah, it's a big cooldown that feels bad when you lose it. He has to use it now, though, to get out of the cage.
That seems fair. Now the cage is down. Unfortunately, package not going to do a whole lot of good in this fight, but we have the full 5v5 standoff around the third dragon. This one doesn't mean a whole lot for GFG, but it'd be very nice to secure and stop the Soul Hyping Hero in the ult. Not quite going to be able to take it as the Twitch is able to secure, but now the fight going to break out in ROTM. Rip on through with 3 kills. Kaiser walks up. The Primordial Burst doesn't quite finish off El Rush, and they'll chase down Matt G, the last one left alive. The Gangplank, the 4-0 at one point Gangplank, or 4-1 at one point, gets burned down, and NBK finishes him off for a Bud Light ace. What is it now? It's Bud Light Next Ace? I hate whatever they changed it to. It's really terrible.
I unfortunately work every single LCS match now, so I don't see them anymore.
I've stopped listening to it because of the ad placement. I'm going to be honest. It's just too much. I love the commentators for LCS in general and in specific, but it's hard to listen to. That was a really good flank, though, from El Rush, setting up that fight. And ROTM finds a 5-for-0 fight after losing the dragon, unfortunately. It stalls their Infernal Soul. Hyping Hero trying to get the second Herald for free, but gets slowed up by the Cannon Barrage. Now Matt G teleports in. They're going to be able to get this one back, I would imagine. I don't see a world where he gets out, and it's the shutdown going to Kaiser.
Yeah.
And
then it's gone.
yeah, goodbye,
That is-
Sheila.
That is back-to-back games now that Dirt has actually secured a dragon for Goldfish. Did it last game on the server too.
Red buff stolen away. Pepe hands. Is Pepe hand still relevant?
I say it every once in a while, so maybe. I don't know.
I don't
my
feel like I
fingers
should
number
say it
2.
out loud, but I haven't watched as much Twitch as I used to recently. Behind on the emote meta. Lane about to be behind on his health bar, unfortunately. Never mind, he's got flash. Yeah. Anytime I assume someone dies, they seem to live. Maybe that's the strat. NBK went Ludens. I hate it here. Thank you. Now he's fine so far.
No,
No, he's very dead. He's
he's
looking
very
for
dead.
the kill onto Matt. Won't be able to find it. It's another shutdown that goes to Kaiser. Yeah, Kaiser actually now does not have the most gold in the game because NBK does, but he's got second most. High Ping Hero looks for the pick onto Dirt. Got the autos coming on through, and the Diana finishes off the kill. So ROTM find one back in the mid lane at least for the time being, and it's still a 2,500 gold lead. Excuse me. El Rush, not really a fight, unfortunately, for Kaiser, especially with his ult down.
It was like, that's Baron now. Everyone on both teams are just getting picked off of the sideline. You overstaying their welcome, be greeting for like a Krug or something, and just rip.
Yeah, so ROTM working their way onto Baron. They're going to call the teleport in from NBK. He's not moving fast enough to have package, and yeah, it should be up with the dragons. So, um, just the Corki headed on in. Baron has deleashed, now starting to releash it back up. This is a lot of time investment from ROTM, so Cannon Barrage on top means that they should be aware of how healthy this is. This is very dangerous now. In comes the Keeper's Verdict over the wall. Oh,
They're gonna hold it.
Mossy
They're
is
gonna hold
on it. They're on 3,000. High Ping Hero has to go in and get the steal. This is just a mess from ROTM, and it's secured by the Poppy. They can't finish off the fight either. Mossy trying to get out. Do they have the damage? They track down Gangplank on the top. They track down the Poppy on the other side. Oreo Murderer and Dirt will be able to get away, it looks like, along with Kaiser. Kaiser, oh, not quite able to find El Rush. But the Baron flip going the way again of GFG.
I don't even know if I'd call it a. I mean, I guess it was a flip, but that was more like a Baron heist. Rodham investing way too much time, and then like there's so much AOE that can just get dropped on them. Just delay them, chunk them down. Even with Soraka healing, it's not enough.
Yeah, and
Gangplank now also has an Executioners.
you could see the thought process from ROTM to just abandon at that exact moment. But unfortunately, the Baron was so low that Mossy was able to go in and just, hey guys, help me burst down this last 3,000. And that meant that the decision point had to be made for ROTM, whether to fight or to leave. And they'd already half left, so it's a rough situation.
MBK going back probably for package here. You've got Dragon up here in the next 15 seconds.
Again, this
But-
one doesn't matter that much, and it matters even less because of the way the last Dragon went. Neither side has to fight over this one. What I'd actually love to see Goldfish Gaming do is set up like they're doing. Set Kaiser up in the top lane, drag Oreo Murderer up there, whatever you need to do, but get that wave shoving. Trade a couple of towers for this dragon. Let him have it. If you can get a really cheeky steal, you might as well, because in comes Mossy looking for it. He gets another steal. Why not? He's just got the smite button on lock. NBK finishes him up, but God, RTM are in such a rough position now. Lost the Baron, lost the Dragon. In comes El Rush looking for the dive on, or the push forward, I guess, onto Kaiser. They're not going to be able to find it, but in comes the rest of ROTM to look for it. Package does find Oreo Murderer. They'll get the pick onto the support. Now they need to try to find the Vigar, but this is a little scary. You can't just walk straight into a Vigar, especially not one as powered up as he is with the death cap. What is happening in this video game?
I know. I was just like a loss. Like, Goldfish should have no business, but like, just a solo Poppy could just barely just go and take
Oh
it.
my god, the Primordial Burst over the top is able to finish. Or it wasn't even Primordial Burst, that was just the W onto NBK, finishes off the Corki. And we've gone full bananas here.
This is full Fiesta mode. I mean, all right, we're just here to observe and yell at our screens about this Fiesta, but I mean, you're yelling. I'm pretty much here just observing. Whatever. I guess 2,500. Where the hell did 1,000 gold come from?
I don't know.
Okay, back to 1,500.
It's
Ah,
just
the heck.
flipping back and forth. Now we have a Poppy versus Irelia fight that you were all waiting for. It looks like Gromp is going to be the only one that dies during it, but Mossy's still maybe looking for it. Pops the Chem Tank.
Oh,
Gets the pin into the wall off of the plant. Double stun from El Rush, just trying to do anything he can. NBK over the wall. Shoots the rockets in, but the shutdown already goes to Kaiser.
nicely done by Mossy. That was I guess the steadfast was on cooldown, but I was like, wow, it's done. It's done.
Yeah,
The hex
just
dash.
just the right time. Now in comes the next pick as Mossy looking for NBK, but he doesn't have that much health left. NBK Valks on forward. Hyping Hero is looking for dirt. NBK wins that fight. Actually, Toyota somehow picked up that kill. I'm not really sure how. But they're looking for dirt, just rolling through him with the Gatling gun. A couple more bombs, one more Q. Do they have a dive? Do they have anything? Another rocket doesn't quite connect there. Now Kaiser over, hits the cage, gets the kill onto Lane. I, Meanwhile, Matt G is just pushing bottom lane. He gets another tower. It's 18 to 14. Hyping Hero looks for the re-engage, looking for Oreo Murderer. Not quite able to find him. Kaiser doing a lot of damage. The Cannon Barrage sails a little bit wide up there in the top of the mid lane. I don't know how to describe anything anymore. It's now a gold lead for GFG. Is I guess the real salient point out of that.
Yeah, I mean, literally because Rodham is not respecting this Veigar. Like he's got his 2 AP items, and now he's gonna go into like your normal tank stuff, right? You're gonna do like a Dead Man's, maybe a Chains, get a Void Staff for the almost like really your only other AP, and you're unkillable. And like with Rodham's squishy team, like we're seeing how much damage just like a single Dark Matter does. Like it's doing a good 800-900 damage already, and like he's only level 15. Like, he's got a couple more levels to put into that.
Yeah, and
Dead
he's
Man's now
just been
with
placing them really well. He's been he caught NBK with one, he caught Lane with one, he caught NBK again with a Primordial Burst. Like there's levels to it, but like his W's have been really well placed when we've seen them, even without using the cage as setup. This is scary Veigar. This dragon,
also means
I
nothing.
so I've said that the other ones meant nothing. This one like actually means zero. Um, Mossy looking for El Rush. He's got the rest of the squad coming in to try to help. El Rush holding onto his Q as best he can. Now hits it. In comes the Vanguard's edge, but he gets stunned up by Kaiser. Looking for the return kill, or the return kill, the kill onto Mossy. Does get the flawless duet stun onto Kaiser. Still continuing the chase down. They've got a lot of speed. El Rush now in, uses the stopwatch, gets a lot of healing out of nowhere, but eventually the Primordial Burst will find him. And Baron is up. And now no El Rush on the map. Toyota and Hyping Hero looking for it. They'll get the pull back onto the Veigar. Chunks coming on through, but the Cannon Barrage plus the Twitch damage is enough to finish him off. And now Hyping Hero falls as well. It's a double kill for Dirt. On the bottom side of the map, though, NBK continues pushing. He interrupts his recall. He's going to look for that inhibitor. Mossy is very low. He can't really walk in and tank. Never mind, he just dies. They actually can't do this one. I don't think anybody can tank this. Oreo Murderer going to take another shot. One more from the Baron finishes him off. Kaiser's pretty low. Dirt, I guess they've got just enough. Lane? Oh, it was at 1 health. It was there for the taking, but Goldfish Gaming finally secure that Baron. Dragon is up. NBK started on it. Is there any drama happening around that? 1,000 health left on that. Lane's going to run in and try to heal. No drama. NBK secures that one.
God, in the battle of no smites on the dragon, Rodham can get a dragon. What the heck? Okay, so on the play of the top side there is like El Rush gets caught out, and then it was a really delayed response. You could see like hesitation from the trio of Rodham before they actually popped the on the hunt and decided to join. But by that point, El Rush had already gone back in and popped stopwatch, had a shield bow popped, and then by the time they made it to the fight, Goldfish had all their cooldowns back up. So they just looked at him like, okay, goodbye, and we saw them just get obliterated. Twitch now on 3 items. Sivir still hasn't gotten her 3 items. Yeah, she's still like another 400 away from her Infinity Edge.
We haven't even highlighted Hyping Hero doing the Sunfire Cape Diana build.
Right, I mean that is the build. I don't know if
It's
that'll go
it's
away
a
with
build. I
Sunfire.
don't know that it's the build, but it is a build.
It is the build on her right now.
I need to open Lolytics every once in a while, I guess. I don't know.
Play Summoner's Rift once in a while.
What's that?
Not a straight line on a white bridge.
I thought that was the only game mode that they had. Anyway, I don't even know how to pick my champion anymore. It's been so long.
Yeah, you give me grief for that one.
Well, it's a 4,000 gold lead now for GFG. They have made full use out of their 2 Baron buffs to flip the lead and now get the lead. And ROTM have to find another answer. They clawed back from a deficit early on, and they've fallen into a couple of traps in a row. NBK's scaling. He's got his Ravenous Hydra now, plus the Blighted Jewel.
Yep.
Is it Blighting or Blighted?
It's Blighted.
No, it's Blighting. Ha.
Is it Blighting? Really?
Yeah.
Ha.
That would make more sense. Like, Blighted would imply that it's not very good. But also, that would lean more into, like, a Void staff.
I think the big thing is NBK needs to catch like another half level of XP, get himself up to 16. Then like the AP build does more. Like it's honestly still don't know I don't know if anyone knows what's best with Corki right now, whether it's like the shield bow or not. This is also like the feels bad evolve for Corki, right? Like baroned up minions where he does actually negative damage, at least to them.
Yep. So Baron has just fallen off after taking that tower.
Who did Veigar chains?
I would imagine Corki. That'd make the most sense. I don't see the indicator anywhere.
Probably Diana actually. No? Irelia? Yeah, it's Irelia.
It's Irelia. Okay, he's chained Elrush on the devil Irelia.
Have Lane program Beatrice to assign ARAM LP so we can play ranked ARAMs.
This is why we need scrambles around. These are solid ideas. Although ranked ARAMs, I've heard people wanting ranked ARAMs, and you think you want that, but like the second you turn my ARAMs toxic, I don't know about that. That's wild.
All I ever do is just grind for challenger DPS threat.
I mean, you'd just dodge any game you didn't get the right champion. There'd have to be like, I don't know, a lot of fundamental changes to the way people work. I don't think it's possible. Anyway, we've got potential Dragon Soul for ROTM up in 52nd. That would change the complexion of the game a little bit. Unfortunately, Lane has to flash away from the engage from Mossy. Elrush is on the bottom side now, looking for his flank angle. NBK just layering in a little bit of damage onto Kaiser and Matt. Goldfish Gaming have control of the pit. They have a lot of vision in this area. Just the one ward right now for ROTM kind of trying to do the lion's share of the work for them in that little side bush.
Oh, can't walk
they
through
caught
the
High Ping Hero, though. So much damage coming through. Not as much as you'd expect, though, because he got shoved out of the Dark Matter. They'll send Diana back to base. Toyota and Lane just trying to set the battle line. Now NBK really separated. He had the package just to try to separate the fight. Oreo Murderer low. Toyota has the flash in from dirt. Elrush gets caught. Throws the Vanguard's edge out, but he has to try to kite back away. This doesn't look great for ROTM this far, but they still have 4 health bars. To the 5, of course, from ROTM. Primordial Burst, not able to finish off the Irelia. High Ping Hero can't quite get in, and the Dragon's secured by Mossy. They've caught High Ping Hero in the cage. They'll knock him into the wall, get the stun, and the eventual kill goes to Matt G. 19 seconds now on the Baron, and 47 seconds to go on High Ping Hero spawn. Means that should go over to Goldfish Gaming as well.
Yeah, that was a bit of a couple of desperation things there. I think like Hyping Hero like used ult trying to cancel the why can't I think of it? The Keeper's Verdict, and failed, gets yeeted away, and then the package just kind of like rolls through the middle, and that was really the difference right there. Is like you only had like, well, it was like a 3.5 v5 there. Elrush did absorb a lot of pressure there, including like the Primordial Burst, and still didn't die. But it just was when you're down in numbers. Oh,
yeah, now doesn't have those tools available. Gets collapsed on, immediately pushed into the wall from Mossy. Healing coming through the Redemption to try to turn for Elrush, but Dirt is here too, along with Oreo Murderer. They're all collapsing up in the top lane. Toyota trying to get the autos out, but it's just not enough. NBK with a big rocket over the top, but just doesn't matter. And now Goldfish Gaming, up a man with El Rush in the Death Chamber for 50 more seconds, can look for a third Baron of the game. Well, they still haven't looked. They're much more interested in the kills. Now they're interested in the Baron. Now they're not. They don't really know.
It's like, I don't know if they're just trying to figure out how to play this right now or what, but oh, ADC is like. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's Rodham's side. So yeah, now I really don't know.
Is the recall noise just happening over and over again? Okay, no, just twice. Okay. Another pause.
At least it's not the Corky Gatling gun.
At least it's not the Corky Gatling gun in the arcade skin specifically. Um,
I'll be honest. I'm not sure how Rodham's able to play out of like a fight. Like we have the luxury of seeing what's being done right now by Goldfish. I'm not gonna, I guess, be too specific because I don't know how long the delay will be. But like I just feel like it's hard for Rodham to enter these fights. Like the consistent thing has been the lack of CC. Again, it doesn't matter if like El Rush hits a big stun or Hyping Hero hasn't been hitting the Diana ults really. Like it's just hit like maybe like a single target, but hasn't been hitting like big 3 or 4 men. Then you just kind of have to like sprint into Baby Cage, Gangplank ults, Twitch ults. Like it's kind of felt like a draft diff throughout the game, and then like Matt G early on, especially like kind of winning the 1v1.
yeah,
Giving the others time to scale.
it was kind of like we said in the open when El Rush was strong, when he was, one of the strongest people in the game, when he could hold his own in a side lane. That was when our team looked the most in control of the game, and then kind of tossed away a little lead. Okay, we've unpaused. We're getting back in. So GFG, as we remember, we're just kind of buzzing around the pit. They were hanging out in the river, as Goldfish are wont to do. Play will resume in 0. I'm assuming this is going to eventually play.
Hopefully. Maybe this is us waiting out the rest of the pauses at the 0.
Play will resume in 0. Okay, there we go. So they got the pick on El Rush. They peeled around. Couldn't really find a second pick. Couldn't find anything else. RTM checking, not seeing that they're on Baron. So GFG now recall, get their health back, spend their gold. Not really any huge item purchases coming through, but now our RTM can settle in. They'll get El Rush back. We'll have the pause. There we go. And here we go. Baron up 240 on Infernal Soul for one of these teams. And Goldfish Gaming are headed right back to try to pick El Rush again. This feels very familiar. It's just on the opposite side of the map. It's like they're playing to counter the Irelia push preemptively. It's very interesting. Now there's another pause.
I think that's just Xfinity on you.
Oh, well.
Oh, that's big though.
Yeah. Cannon Barrage over the top does a lot of damage to soften him up. Kaiser gets the stuns onto Hyping Hero in lane. They take down the Soraka to start out with. Hyping Hero goes in. It's a big Diana ult, but it just doesn't matter. There's no damage really coming. El Rush trying to find the flank. Gets pinned into the wall. I really like the way they've been using the Poppy Veigar combo. El Rush can't fight his way out. He's going to eventually die as Matt G is on a rampage. And I'm going to speed up now to catch up to where lane is.
Yep, there you go.
But, yeah, not a good fight for our OTM, and now it's just NBK and Toyota to try to defend the base.
Yeah, Goldfish has played really well around Poppy. Like,
oh my god.
Time.
There's another one. Matt G with his 9th kill of the game. They tear through the inhibitor turrets. They'll tear through the inhibitor. And how are they going to be stopped is a question that I don't think we're going to have an answer to because I don't think they can be in this game. Now objective bounties are coming on. There's the big thing. That feels late. I know
That
they
feels-
changed it this patch, but it feels very late.
Yeah, that feels real late. But I guess it is a 9k gold diff at this point. Maybe see if you can catch up a couple more seconds.
Toyota gonna get picked. Maybe very low, burning down to the poison. The redemption gonna keep him alive. High ping hero goes in just looking for the initiation. Can't quite find anything. Toyota gets pinned into the wall, and it's 2 more kills for Goldfish Gaming. I'm speeding up through the rest of this because they're chasing down. They find El Rush. In comes the package, and I don't know why I'm speeding through all of this. Jesus, I got really behind. GFG now pushing through the base, though. Nexus turret number 1 under fire. El Rush in with a huge Vanguard's edge. Does shut down Mossy. Now looking for a little bit more. Gets the stuns. Diving on through. Doesn't get stunned by the cage. Double kill for El Rush, but eventually falls to the gun of Matt G.
Yeah, that I mean, El Rush there at the end, like almost with the hero play, but got slapped around with a wallet. Can't outplay an entire team, I guess, is Aurelia.
Yeah, Lane trying to defend the base, but the Nexus is going to fall, and we're going to go to game 3.
The pain and suffering.
Oh, the
I heard it.
misery. We'll be right back with game 3.
Why are the stats so broken for spectate? No.
I don't want the content, guys. I wanted to go to bed. I'm literally dying here. Not even figuratively. Thanks, Mossy, Mr. Fantastic, and Rel Rush for the follows. Oh, we got raided. Oh, jeez. CCS just sent everyone over here. Welcome. We're about to load into game number 3. And by load into game number 3, I mean do the draft for game number 3. 1-1 between RTM and Goldfish Gaming. I didn't even see the raid. Whoops. Just record a manuscript of every broadcast. Oh no. You'll hear all my shitty jokes and references then. Alright, we're in the draft for game number 3. ROTM back on the blue side, GFG on the red side. What are we changing up? So far nothing.
Well,
actually, has
I mean,
MF been banned?
yeah, MF's been banned every game.
Okay, Vagar's banned. There's Seraphine. Rodham first picked the Renata Glask for lane.
So I guess once again we're gonna see, I mean, at least a unique pick. Can't pair it with a Callista though. That's a fun lane.
Yeah, GFG back on the Karma. Gonna lock Ezreal for dirt this game. No one falling for the Sivir trap. 0-2 in the series, not a good champion, confirmed.
I don't know how much people follow him, but Veigar V2 was tweeting out today how he's convinced Sivir's just a bad champion, or is a bad champion still, and is just overtuned right now.
I mean, isn't being overtuned making them a good champion?
Well, it's more of like the logic behind it was like, she can't actually participate in fights right now. Up Rodham.
Oh no,
Rodham
Rodham fell for it. GG. GFG wins 2-1.
Maris gets to go
I'm going to bed. They got Wukong.
I mean, there was definitely some success on it game one, even if Hyping Hero did fall. Ooh, the Poppy back in again.
All right. Mossy had a great game on the Poppy. He had a couple really nice plays on that. So, like to see that.
Some really nice picks, and then of course the whole 2 steals.
I mean, Goldfish Gaming stole everything. They came in here and stole my life savings out of my house. Like, they were some thievy boys in the last game.
Yeah, I forgot Dirt also had a steal too. Yeah. JR with the Sivers.
Alright, Olaf, Volibear, Gangplank, no longer in my game. My life savings is in my house. At this point, my life savings is my house. I'm a millennial. You think I have money? That's funny. I spent money on a house and a dog. I'm living the dream of having no money and a house and a dog. Yeah, we got both of them. We're really rolling in it. Xerath is banned. That seems fair. Magi taking my house and my dog. Not like this.
I
Yeah.
wonder what the Xerath ban was for, right? Like that was as a counterpick to Veigar, which Rodham has elected to ban in the first rotation.
Yeah, I mean, it might be worth getting Kaiser on a different champion. Make him play something else. There's the Gragas for GFG, which theoretically means that they're pretty flexible between that and the Poppy. Mordekaiser Hover, don't want to talk too much about that for ROTM. You're theoretically against Gragas, and that's locked. So, also theoretically could be Mordekaiser jungle with Wukong top.
Absolutely.
That one seems less likely.
It's like I don't know how Wukong does in a Gragas top. Like,
why are we spamming this mint to stop X-Craze int in this game? He plays Friday, but I've now said the copy pasta per my obligation. You know, sometimes I do lay in bed, though, thinking of the dreamy X-Craze, wondering why life is so unfair. I just want to be his big booty Latina. You know who is also a big booty Latina? Not Cassiopeia. I don't know what that segue was. There's a Cassiopeia. We got a snake, we got a monkey. Why not? Animal comp for our team. Not really. Zeri? Alright. Sell me on this GFG comp. Where's Zeri going? Is that mid Zeri? Mid Ezreal?
It's AP Zeri mid.
Alright. AP Zeri mid is the call.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You trade it like honestly, you play it like Xerath in this match. I can see why Rodham banned the Xerath, because that's really good into cast. It's one of the answers to her. But you just play Xerath the same way, except that you one-shot an entire team.
Yeah, I have played AP Zeri in ARAM. That's, you know, something that you have to play in ARAM, right?
Right.
AD Zeri is Garbo in ARAM, but
just disagree, but
all right. You do your scaling to 2 or 3 items, and we'll see what happens.
I actually play a lot of Zeri.
in ARAM.
Yeah.
I have made that caveat.
Yes, yes. I every time she's up, I grab her.
Alright.
I just like playing her.
I mean, same. It's the only champion I'll willingly turn on quick cast for. I'm pretty sure that's a follower emote. Oh, or the channel points. I don't know what I have set up anymore. We do be having the emotes, and they're pretty fun. You gotta get the Beatrice emotes. Alright, talk to me. Game 3, your RTM. You just got kind of the table flipped on you. Now you're playing a Mordekaiser Cassiopeia comp. Where's your heads at? What are you really looking to accomplish with this team?
Honestly, I think these are mostly just comfort picks. I don't know if they do like any one thing incredible. Like they have, I mean, if there's one threat in this game, like Mordekaiser obviously isolates them in the Diddle Dungeon, and
Diddle
like you've
Dungeon.
got both countering. Yeah. Do you not call it that one?
I haven't pulled out Diddle Dungeon. No, that's a new one.
Oh,
For me.
it's a pretty good one, I think. But yeah, I mean, you've got both the go button from Sivir as well as the disengage button from Renata. I think the big thing here is how fed is Kaiser going to get on Zeri, right? Like, there's not a massive amount of damage on the Goldfish squad unless, I mean, I'm assuming Mosey's going to go, Mossie's going to go AP Gragas, or at least partial AP this game for some damage. But like, if not, where is the damage on their
No,
team? Because
hear me out. It's Trinity Force Poppy time. Let's go.
Well,
Actually, that sounds really bad into Mordekaiser. Please do not.
uh,
In retrospect, do not do a Triforce Poppy. But
right. I mean, it would be Divine Sunder and Mord, probably. Yeah.
yeah, but that's boring.
Yeah, but like, scouting report says it's Divine Sunder.
But yeah, Harvester Gragas. What are you feeling?
Well, it's not Hulk playing, so no. He absolutely would, but
We'll see. I want you to eat your words here in about 3 minutes. Well, it'll be a little longer.
in
than
3
that
minutes,
before-
wow.
Yeah,
No,
he's spawning in with the mythic. I don't know what happened, but
No, I mean maybe he goes. He probably. Looking at this team, yeah, go ahead, Harvester. Have fun, blow someone up. Except that it's hard. I feel like it's hard to play Gragas into the Rodham squad, right? Like, yeah, you got your cast for Cassio, but like she can just ult.
I also
and
feel like
Miasma.
yeah, and if you get spotted, like grounding is such a bitch to deal with. As Gragas, as Poppy, as Ezreal, like that's a high value Cassiopeia. Even Zeri gets stuck on it to an extent.
Right. I mean, even the slow, especially on Zeri, is like even like the ground's great, but like the slow is just as annoying.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially if you go AP Gragas, like yeah, like if you get caught on Miasma or like the Petrifying Gaze, that's kind of it.
Yeah, I think we'll have to see a big game. We haven't seen too much. It's been a quiet bottom lane for ROTM in both of the first two games. I mean, it was a Seraphine lane followed by them just kind of not having a great lane on Sivir Soraka. But I think we have to see a big game from lane on the Renata Glass. I think that's kind of the hinge pick of the ROTM composition.
Right. I mean, it was banned from him both the first two games. Like Goldfish, when like a team ever opts to like drop a ban on something they've like refused to give you the last couple games, like you have to punish them, let them know like, hey, no, this needs to stay like in the ban department, right? Like always ban like Vel'Koz from Winged, something like that.
Well, one more minute, and we'll get into game. You know what? We'll do a Gamba. Here we go.
What you thinking for the prediction?
Just tell me who wins. You got 2 minutes. Give me all your channel points. Not you specifically, but
Oh, I was like, do you?
yeah.
I could redeem them.
No, if you don't follow, you can follow for an instant like 300 to throw. Jeez.
I'm about to get that nice follow, or that nice redeem.
I always in my head before I throw these down, I'm like, oh man, there's a lot of people here who are supporting Goldfish Gaming. I bet that they can combine pool enough, and then one person from Rodham is just like, I've been saving my channel points for this moment. Here they go. And then usually they go off into the ether, and it's very funny. But we'll, we'll see what happens this time. As we load into game 3, that was a very quick load screen. I did not get time to flip the scoreboard back and forth. This is high quality production happening while you're watching. There we go. Game 3. Return of the Middlesticks Banditos on the blue side, Goldfish Gaming on the red. And we're off. And once again, Hyping Hero has his pink ward to start the game. I guess that's just a thing that's going to happen. It's like Iron Man fan and his cull. It's
That's an old reference.
we've been existing purely in memory lane. There's no one in this chat that probably understands any of the references that we've made, but
Glitter was in here, right? Like she would have gotten the Iron Man fan.
yeah, and Scrams is here too, so
True.
gotta keep him around from the GRL or I guess that was OK LCS days, but
I'm rocking the old jersey that's got the League KC patch on it still.
I am wearing a San Jose Sharks shirt because I have class. Um, also my Rodham. I should have worn my Rodham jersey to match you. We could have taken a cute selfie that we wouldn't have put on stream, but
We could. Oh, important to note though that control ward did get a L rush like the last hit and the XP. So level 2 off the first wave.
yeah. I don't know how abusable that is in the Poppy versus Mordekaiser matchup, but we'll see if Elrush can take advantage of that.
No, we are not in the same room.
No, we
Could be if you give me like 25 minutes.
yeah, we need. I don't think it's that far.
No.
Not
Probably
anymore.
not. It's
It
more-
was
more like-
it was that far, but
Yeah.
it's not anymore. I mean, we could. We both have our Rodham jerseys. We can make it happen at some point. Maybe once I'm finally kicked the rest of COVID. There's level 2. Maybe it is abusable. Elrush walking forward through the minion wave, tanking it up. Q tower
Ooh,
shot.
tower
Okay,
shot.
that was a little scary. Has to flash away, and now Matt looking for the counter Q, the hammer shock, the auto. One more buckler for the first blood for Matt G.
Yeah, the way to capitalize off of the L rush mistake, got overzealous with the level 2, and then Mordekaiser's big hitbox.
Yeah, level 2's in the bottom lane. Oh, lane not quite able to find the handshake onto Oreo Murderer. Man just hates Oreos. Has murdered a lot of them in his lifetime, apparently. I guess there's not like a number attached to it. He could have just murdered one Oreo.
True. I don't think I've cast a game since Renata's came out. But when you said handshake, I was like, is that actually what her Q's called?
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I like it, but
She is. It's hard. So some champions you just need to know like one ability and you've got the entire kit down in terms of like casting. Renata, you gotta know 3. It's very difficult.
I mean, I think I know. I think that the Q is the only one I didn't know, right? Like you've got your hustle takeover, you've got your bailout, and you've got oh crap, what the heck's her E? Isn't that like loyalty program? Yeah, which is like a
I couldn't have told you
business
E.
reference.
That ability doesn't matter. The other 3 do though.
So I only remember because
Ooh.
I've played her just a couple times, and like I do look at the names.
Renata button going crazy here. Yeah, for sure. The pull back in from Elrush. He's trying to get revenge for that first blood. But in comes Mossy looking for the gank, the pin into the wall from Matt G, the flash body slam. They have the damage with the cask, and GFG is up 2-0 early.
Yeah, it's like the back half of the last game. They just kind of were repeating that. Hey, we're just gonna wherever L rushes, we're gonna go there and kill him.
High Ping Hero is just there. He's absorbing XP. He's
I think he's gonna catch the wave. Yeah, he's just gonna catch and hold it for L rush.
okay.
Hope the clone doesn't take too many.
I mean, even if he does, like, it's more than he would have gotten had the wave just crashed. Kaiser's can teleport back to mid. He's on a 80. Well, he's got a man immune, which I guess you can still go AP after.
Yeah, well,
I've
yeah,
seen that before.
that is the AP build for Summoner's
Okay.
Rift.
Fair enough. The first strike is a new wrinkle into it I hadn't seen.
Also Summoner's Rift.
Oh, Dark Harvest is the way to go. You know?
Right. It went ARM.
Excuse me. Alright, Mossy's here in the bottom lane, but so is High Ping Hero looking for the counter gank. In comes the Hex Flash from Mossy. Lane just trying to walk on up. The Ignite is enough to finish off Oreo Murder. Lane gets into the alcove, gets taken down. They can't quite finish off Dirt. This is a really split focus from High Ping Hero and Toyota, but Dirt really has nowhere to go. High Ping Hero eventually finishes him off, and it's a 2-for-1 for our team in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I was worried there that Dirt was gonna get his arcane shift like back up, and fortunately High Ping switch focus early enough that they were able to get him before that.
It's a very long cooldown, rank 1, so I would have been surprised. I like what Elrush has done kind of manicuring this wave. He's kept the cannon minion alive for a long time. Here, it's not like dangerous that Matt G's overextending, but it's allowed him to build up a little bit of a CS advantage, try to find his way back in. Oreo Murderer's here in mid lane, hits the mantra Q onto NBK, petrifying gaze, lands onto Kaiser. He's got to be careful. Oh, the lightning shock is enough with the ult, the crash from Kaiser. He gets him the kill.
Well played, Kaiser, with the yeah, basically the Blitzcrank ult there, the little nuke followed by the living battery, bonk.
All right, Lane is here, handshake back in, and he'll shake with High Ping Hero. And that's going to force Mossy off of the dragon, so GFG can't really capitalize on that one, at least just yet. And now with Kaiser's flash down, it'll be a little bit more dangerous in the mid lane for the Zeri, you'd imagine. NBK also lacking flash is a target. There's targets all over the map right now. These junglers could have a field day out there doing the long jump, doing softball throw.
We've got the triple Manamine builders, it looks like, possibly. Well, actually, no. I wonder if Matt's just gonna go like, I forgot the non-transform, but winter's approach in Fimbulwinter, that item.
Yep.
Plus like Divine Sunderer.
Handshake back in on Oreo Murderer. Getting a little bit of damage down, but Mossy's here in the bottom lane. Cask lands onto Lane, not doing a whole lot to separate them. On the hunt pop by Toyota, just trying to get some distance, and he'll be able to successfully escape despite having no summoner spells. So a little bit of time wasted, a little bit of abilities wasted there by Mossy, but they are still trying to get some damage down onto Lane in the bottom lane. That wave's in a really rough spot, though, for RTM. They can't really walk up. Rush, excuse me, is going to throw Matt into Cyber Brazil, and... Alright. Sometimes it'd be like that.
With how that started, I thought El Rush was just ulting to deny the super wave. Like, literally just to stand there, like, not ever fight, just literally to deny all the minions there. But, obviously, I was wrong on my thought.
If you're in that situation, you have to just, like, full commit. You can't just back out and die. I don't know. That was a weird one. That feels like a little tilt, maybe, or I'm not sure what it feels like.
That seemed like a lot of tilt to me.
I have no idea. It's a terrible day to have eyes up in the top lane. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, speaking from experience, since like I get mid once every like third or fourth ranked game. Yeah, that's a tilt dive top lane.
Alright, Mossy here in the mid lane, flashy onto NBK, into the lightning crash, into the cask, throwing him back, trying to turn down to Kaiser. The shield is not quite enough to save him, so NBK does get the return kill, but the extra assist gold going up the way of GFG means that it's a slightly net positive play for the Goldfish.
Very true, but not bad to get a kill in a 1v2.5, 3, if you will.
Yeah, and now that means that Hyping Hero and Lane can duo up this Rift Herald. Mossy's looking for it, and Mossy's smite button has been working awfully well this series.
Has
I
not
want
been
to
shy of
see
trying to
what's
stay.
happening. He's over the wall. I'm just casting off of the minimap. I guess it was too early because he just kind of eat back over the wall. And the Rift Herald does go into the pocket of Hyping Hero. We missed all the drama. Sorry about that.
I mean, I guess there wasn't any drama.
I I thought that was more dramatic than what was happening in the top lane.
I mean, true, absolutely,
If
absolutely.
I were paying an observer, I'd be upset that they missed it, but I'm not, and I'm really paying nobody. Actually, we don't make any money. Very sad. Anyway, yeah, we're being
Rip
chillin',
cannon.
I guess.
Ooh. MBK, you gotta be dodging those zaps from Zeri. Like that's what lets her come online.
Elrush has the big shove in onto Matt. Diving Poppy is not easy, and I don't want to see them do that. I don't mind if they throw the Rift Herald down and just give Elrush the gold to try to equalize a little bit, but yeah, that's probably the right play, is just to not... If you're thinking about doing a thing, just don't do a thing instead.
I
What
feel
is
like you
her
have to.
buckler in that skin? Is it a satellite dish?
I think, yeah. Oh, can't see that one.
That's kind of cute. Matt gets the claw in. He should just win most fights where the tower's not involved. Unfortunately, the tower's been involved in 2 of them, and the jungler was involved in the other. Lane, handshake in, pulls back in, Oreo Murderer. They'll get the Berserk. The Ignite is enough with the auto attack from Toyota. Hyping Hero has to zip on out with the Cyclone and use his Flash, but he'll be able to navigate that one. Now Mossy has worked his way down to the bottom lane as well. NBK's spot on the river on the ward, but ROTM looks like they're going to be able to group up as 4. They drop Shelly down just for Hyping Hero's use. Dragon up, NBK lane and Toyota all here. Kaiser, this is kind of the weakness of the AP Zeri, I guess. There's no real place for him to get the extended range and damage here. Mossy gets taken very low. The cask just trying to disengage. Toyota looking for a little bit more, and they just can't find the kills. But ROTM limping away with just a little bit of health. Dirt looking for the Q. The zap over the wall isn't going to be able to find it. Another Q does land, but it's not quite enough to finish off more kills. Meanwhile, in top lane, pleasantries being exchanged between Matt and Elrush. The Dragon is going to flip over to Goldfish Gaming and equalize at 1. Let's see what flavor of Rift we got. This is, I guess, going to be Terminal up in the top lane. Oh, gets him away from the buckler by pulling him into the dungeon. Matt, very low. Elrush has the shield and it'll burn him down. So Elrush finds the kill in the top lane. I didn't...
Yeah, I wasn't.
We have an
I
Infernal
wasn't sure there was
Rift?
enough damage, right? Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't think he had enough damage there. But I mean, I guess the difference came down to that buckler.
Oh, Mossy is in looking for NBK. Oreo Murderer here. There's really nowhere for the Cassiopeia to go. Just auto him. Yeah, no one else is going to get that one. Oreo Murderer murders a snake instead. Just changing it up. We are even in gold. There's nothing between the 2 teams, but Mossy trying to change that one. A little gank up to the top side. Elrush.
Mossy's ult just came up.
I don't think he can really look for it. He wants to. I know he wants to. Toya and Lane have been doing a good job on this tower, getting it almost down. Not quite. Turret plates just fell off 3 seconds ago, so we're at our final turret plate state, if you will. Yeah, so the gold is even, but just the difference in inventory right now at this exact second would really benefit our OTM. They have 4 mythics completed to just the 1 completed item on the other side. I don't think that there's a way to like, oh man, we can pick a fight right now. There's no objective. There's nothing really to fight over, but it's kind of interesting just how that breakpoint has worked for all of these items.
Yeah, I think we saw Dirt and Oreo doing that Grump because that was actually the money to get.
Oh, NBK. That's a huge petrifying gaze. They're looking for the 2v2. They'll get one, and now trying to track down High Ping Hero, looking for it. Does he have the second Cyclone? No, he'd already used the recast, so Kaiser has to flash away. The W back in, burning through NBK, but not going to be enough to stop the push from ROTM.
We were wrong. It is. Oh, ping. Top lagging.
Yay.
Literally, it has been
Bombs.
blue side like every time. But Mossy has gone for the Everfrost, not Night Harvester.
Yeah. Oh. All right.
Fast pause.
Nice. We'll take that. Just letting the ping settle down, I guess. Seems like it's a rough night for the Riot servers with ranked down with... They disabled something else I saw in the client. but
Account transfers,
account?
as always.
Oh, those are always disabled. That doesn't matter.
Right. But yeah, it was down for what, NA, LATM, and Brazil for ranked. Has your game unpaused or like
Nope.
gotten moving again? Okay.
It started moving and then...
There
Okay,
we
now
go.
we go.
There we go.
Yep.
I just was afraid mine like crashed again. I was like, oh god.
I also love this. It used to tell you what camp people were pinging, and now it doesn't. They're just spamming camp names at timers. Who knows?
Wait, is it not showing you that they're pinging the refill?
Nope. It says at camp name at. And
Oh,
then at
yeah,
timer at.
Yeah, that's yours bugged. It's saying Rift.
Hmm. I don't
Small
know.
indie company.
It might have something to do with the esports timers I have on, but I doubt it. I don't know. Who knows? You change one, you find a whole spaghetti. And as you know, don't touch on my spaghetti. What am I saying? It's 10:30 p.m.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's 10:30. You're tired. Plenty of vision there to get mad out. Once again, Kaiser's been doing a good job on these Ultra Shock lasers. As he misses one. Sorry, caster curse.
As he misses one. Are you ahead of me? I don't know. Toyota getting collapsed on in the bottom lane. Dirt and Mossy trying to look for him. A couple more autos. Chow Shot isn't going to follow Dirt, though, so they'll get away with that one. It's a good pick in the bottom side. They do have to blow the flash on Dirt, but you take that for the kill on Sivir. And sending her to her first death of the game. They'll get the bottom lane tower. Sheila going to be dropped over the wall for ROTM, just continuing to push in. Kaiser threatening with the W laser. Grounding lands on NBK. They can't really finish off the tower now. Mossy throws the cask out. Ooh, petrifying gaze. Just a little wide. Matt G snuck around High Ping Hero somehow. In comes the Cyclone plus the hostile takeover. They're looking. They find Matt G. NBK is still alive. Not
The bailout.
doesn't have the bailout triggered. Now just dies after the cask from Mossy was well timed. Zeri gets pulled into the Shadow Realm and dies. Mossy very low. Couple more autos. He's got the hip thrust away, but into enemy territory. Not quite able to be tracked down by that pizza slice. Toyota flashes for that one. I don't think that was necessary, but they'll get the kill nonetheless. And ROTM comes away with it. Just a small advantage out of that fight.
Right, and that's right as the Infernal Drake spawns, so they can start working towards stacking, possibly. I mean, these games have drug on long enough for souls to have been talked about pretty much, or both the games so far. But yeah, overall, how the heck did Matt sneak by High Ping Hero?
Yeah. I
Like,
don't know if the vision was just unlucky there from ROTM, or if he saw him and just was like, whatever, Wukong's over there. fine.
Your reaction was the same as mine, and I just wasn't the one yelling at my screen at that moment. I was like, huh?
Regardless, it's a 1,500 gold lead for ROTM. Off of that, they'll have a 1 dragon advantage as well. They've got just small itemization advantages across the board, but nothing terminal. GFG still very much in it. Although the question you asked at the top, kind of rearing its head just a little bit, is who's going to do the damage eventually?
Right. I mean, AP Zeri does do a lot of damage, especially if she can like find like a couple of like multi-team lasers. Diddle Dungeon is not available. Oh, here we go in a 1v2 once again.
Yeah, 1v2 right now for NBK. Just cleans up Kaiser, and now looking for Mossy, stringing together these twin fangs. Oh, able to escape the hip thrust just barely. And now Matt in the top lane gets pulled into Cyber Brazil, has the Keeper's Verdict just to send him back to the other side of Brazil. But High Ping Hero gets into position, doesn't even need to be there. Solo kill for El Rush. And now in the bottom lane, Mossy has been herded in to the alcove. Alcove gamer, he is the bailout there just to try to turn it around, and NBK finishes it off. ROTM with a couple of kills cross map.
Right now, that's led to a bunch of like split death timers with Baron spawning. If Rodham were to get the resets off, like Cassio does a significant amount of Baron damage. Like obviously, like there needs to buy a little bit more here, but uh, like, and it looks like they're not even gonna bother with Baron yet.
Yeah, tower in mid lane going to be the first objective for ROTM. Opens up some of the jungle, as we've talked about at length before. And objective bounties turn on now? They didn't
At
turn on
20-minute
till
mark.
the end of the game
Well,
yesterday, game
I
2.
guess this is that. Well, this is there's got to be like a certain gold like lead, I'm sure, in like the algorithm. Like the last game was close for a while, yeah.
Yeah,
Just despite the GP being fed. So like at this point, like it was like 5,000 or it was like 4,500 when it turned on.
it's just weird seeing game to game how these, because they did change the algorithm from last patch to this one, and it definitely feels, it has felt too late when they've turned on in the last couple of games that I've casted. This one feels like it's back to normal, which is weird considering they were trying to eliminate this from happening. So I don't know. It just seems weird. Algorithm needs a little tweaking, I think. But hey,
I do like NBK buying the Rylai second. Like I think that is kind of like pretty much the second item like standard for cast now. But into Zeri, like any slowing ability or item is just strong. So like I think there's extra value from that item to here. I know I just went off on a slight tangent, but
no, that's
like
all right. I'm
I,
just bitching
I,
about objective bounties, so you go ahead.
right.
You talk
I feel
about whatever you want.
I feel like this game that there's a little bit more value there. I really wish we could see like first strike money because like this game there's two that we could be looking at to see how much they've ramped up.
Yeah, I don't know. Rune's just not available in the spectator client, so.
Do watch out for Zeri damage now. She has got her Manamine or Muramana transform, so this is kind of when she starts to actually do some chunking. Unfortunately, having to opt into the Merc Tread instead of Sorks due to getting castled nonstop.
Yep, fair enough. I am kind of curious to see when we'll see Quicksilvers coming through for Kaiser and Dirt and maybe even Mossy, just to try to escape Sex Dungeon or Petrifying Gaze. Thank you Xfinity for dropping more frames. Always appreciate it.
That's why I call it the Diddle Dungeon and not like the Sex Dungeon anymore, because it sounds more, well, maybe not like as rough or crude. I mean, it is what it is, but you're diddling them.
Yeah, you got to change it up. Sometimes you go Cyber Brazil. Sometimes you go Shadow Realm.
Right. I had to find something because like, you had your Jarvan Jacuzzi, so I had to figure out something.
Oh, Oreo Murderer has to escape a little pressure, but nothing too much. On the Hunt was popped. It's 5 seconds to go before this dragon spawns, but RTM has all of the vision they could want around the pit. El Rush and Matt both have teleport available or set aside. This is a big flank from El Rush. He's looking for it. It just is maybe a little bit late. Now El Rush walks in. That's a lot of abilities used by RTM for not a whole lot of gain. They've peeled their way back onto the dragon. Mossy trying to get in position to E over the wall, but it's not quite going to be in time. And now looking to track down the Gragas in their own jungle. Hyping Hero getting onto him. A little bit of damage being traded back. E over the wall from, or W over the wall from Kaiser. Now they'll pull Mossy into Cyber Brazil, and the favela's not nice this time of the year for Gragas. El Rushi finds that kill, and then gets sent away. The Keeper's Verdict. I think Keeper's Verdict is just the funniest ability in the in League.
It
Like,
is.
just
Unfortunately, my spectator client freaked out again and froze, so
nice.
it's just now letting me catch up.
Let's go.
There we go. There we go. There we go. It didn't at least fully crash. It just was. I was before the Gragas ult. I was just frozen for like 20 seconds.
Let's go right, spectator client.
At least it was me and not the main caster, right? Like,
I guess this time I don't know. I've dropped 578 frames today, so thanks Xfinity. Number one. Uh, when will my when will Google Fiber return home to me?
it
That's
doesn't
the
have
big
to be Google
question.
Fiber. Like, even if it's just like AT&T Fiber, like it's not horrible.
I'd take Verizon Fios. When will fiber return home to me? That isn't Xfinity, because I doubt they're doing fiber, but also, you know, what a company. That's what I'll say. Little supportal combat over a couple of words. 14 to 9 is the kill count. Just a little advantage for RTM in the gold department. 3 minutes before that Elder, Infernal Dragon spawns, Infernal Soul spawns. I don't know why I flip Elder and Infernal so bad. Oh my god.
One more pause just to drag it out.
One more pause. Why not? Okay, they've re-R'd in the chat. I guess you can read it on screen. I was too lazy to put up the pause this time, so we're really in it. We're in something for sure. And what it is not happy. Oh, it's almost 11. Ah! Anyone who reschedules a game till 8 p.m. is permanently on my shit list now, so.
I'm sorry.
Boy, if that ain't the truth.
Oh well, I'm like, just you wait till I start playing. I'll send you waffles.
I mean, I'm not doing ruffles. We're casting 3 nights a week already. Um, all right, it's 4,500 gold. I don't know why I'm recapping. I didn't like flip over a pause screen. There's nothing to recap. We're Bing chillin'.
Right. I mean, it seems like Rodham is pretty chill to just like, well, I mean, they're wanting to wait here for this fourth dragon.
Yep, that Infernal Soul is what really matters for them, and what matters for GFG is stealing that away again and again and again.
This time though, it's gonna be a lot harder, right? El Rush can just press R. So Mousy has been pretty good with them throughout the series. As they got a, oh, they're just going for. I guess I was speaking out my backside here.
Yep, teleport in from NBK as they've started it up. 10,000 health Oreo Murderer gets into position, and the rest of Goldfish Gaming trying to get there. Kaiser with a little bit of a long teleport, but there's still 5,000 health. Cask over the wall, just going to try to separate. Hyping Hero gets shielded up. El Rush pretty low. W over the wall from Kaiser, not really doing it, and the Baron does get de-leashed successfully. So, not the tragedy that we saw in game number 2. Oh, El Rush just taking a lot of damage over the wall, but we're gonna farm a little more. Spoiler alert. On the hunt popped. Just for a little bit of safety, I would imagine, from Toyota. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really have a cooldown.
Alright, at least be back up for the dragon here. We do have to be careful during these like neutral objectives. Like the Zeri W will do more damage than Smite here pretty soon. Like once she gets like a Shadow Flame, like I think that actually is pretty much the break point. That or at least adding in the needless. But still a ways to go from that.
Yep, NBK just finished up his Archangels, so he's very strong on the cast. He was already strong, but now he is even stronger. And Matt is about to experience some gameplay from the Cassiopeia. Gets petrifying, well, not petrified, but gets gazed upon. They don't really have the CC to lock down Matt, it looks like. He's fine. Force of Nature is a good item, too, keeping him nice and healthy.
Real good item into the Mordekaiser plus Cass. Obviously the goal there was get a pick before Dragon, but not quite successful when it's the tank you're going for.
Yeah, Hyping Hero's clearing mid right now. El Rush just working his way through that top lane tower. He's got teleport available. There's no one answering him. So the longer they buy time for, the more he's going to get through. He'll chunk through that tower and finish it off. Dirt and Oreo Murderer spot out Hyping Hero. In comes the squad from ROTM. They have the On the Hunt. They have the teleport in. It's a big cyclone to start it off. The bailout or the hostile takeover over the top, not really doing a whole lot, but does stall up the karma for the first kill of the fight. Matt gets pulled in to Cyber Brazil, and Dirt gets knocked into the dirt by Toyota. Kaiser, Mossy and Matt still trying to defend for Goldfish Gaming, but ROTM have worked their way onto the Baron. 3,000, 2,000 health. Mossy gets pulled in. Actually, he didn't use it earlier on the Poppy. He's got it now on the Crocus, and Mossy will eventually fall to El Rush. Somehow Kaiser was able to pick off Toyota. That's a little unlucky. Petrifying Gaze, not quite able to find Kaiser. NBK looking for him and just going to take an extra 533 damage casually in return.
Yeah, that was a very nice engage. The hostile takeover, while it didn't hit too many, it did force out multiple people, right? Like everyone had to jump over the wall or flash out. So, well, maybe like it was only like a karma autoing them. Like it's still huge. Baron turned on 2 now by Rodham.
Yeah, Baron started up. It's just a 3-man squad. NBK doesn't have that much mana, so I don't. Yeah, they can't really do this. They need El Rush or Toyota, and they don't have either of them right now. So our team will have to peel back and look at it again in a little bit. And I'm paused. That was fun.
I think that one was just on you.
Okay, we'll speed back up, or try to.
30, 31, 2, 3.
I'm 2 seconds behind you, but I can't speed up.
Give it a couple of moments and it'll load more.
I'm not sure. Oh well. We'll figure it out eventually. Or you can look like a prophet, like you did with a couple of fights when this happened. It's like Riot Spectator Client and Xfinity were made for each other, you know?
What the heck just happened? I'm literally just sitting here twirling a pen and like the fog of war just disappeared off my minimap.
Nice. I don't know about that one. Hyping Hero is just tanking Baron, which is a little unlucky. El Rush trying to find Matt. That's going okay for him. This game just is continuing. To be fair, it's hard for Rodham to find an engage, or at least a good clean engage. There's a lot of kite. There's a lot of disengage available to Goldfish Gaming, so you have to make them fight over an objective or get so far ahead that they can't defend a tower. And
it's also hard for them to, well, obviously we have to fight here. Is they're trying to collapse on El Rush, but
yeah, they're trying to collapse on El Rush. He's got Cyber Brazil available. He can take them to the favelas, take them to Rio. We're at Carnival right now. Matt, I love it. He can't send him very far. The rest of Goldfish are going to peel off and look for the Baron, though. Or look to try to stop the Baron. Excuse me, 2,000 health. Mossy over the wall. He's in 57 health, but it's taken by Toyota. Mossy now in the pit, trying to fight his way out. Kaiser over the W onto NBK, but he does get turned. Kaiser in, looking for it, dashes back over the wall. Dirt Maybe a little bit low, but Hyping Hero can't quite finish him off. The kite back. El Rush is in, finishes off Kaiser, gets a big claw to pull back in Dirt and Oreo Murderer. A bunch of health bars just pop, and Matt G is fighting with Hyping Hero. Eventually, that should go the way of the Wukong. Toyota and Lane are nowhere near. They're just up in top lane looking to try to finish off the game.
Yeah, I mean, with Rodham starting the Baron, like, everyone had to abandon the whole Diddle Dungeon situation, and Rodham was able to, well, I mean, Hyping missed another smite, but it was secured by Rodham. And that should just be a game. Only Mossy here to stop him, and
Nexus turret number 1 under fire. Nexus turret number 2 falling, but they lost the back door. They need the minions. Okay, now they finally got in range. Mossy looking for the hero play, but he just can't find it. He's taken down by Toyota, and the Nexus is taken down for Rodham Banditos. And both teams now going to go to 1-1 on the season.
certainly, I mean, back and forth, right? Like, both teams with, like, solid first couple of games, and then this time Rodham was able to stack dragons and just kind of, like, I mean, that was pretty much it. Was your dragon diff, and then I honestly, this was like I think a team comp diff between like game 2 and game 3, right? Like Rodham comp game 2 was kind of troll. This game there just wasn't enough damage in the pocket for Goldfish, right? Like again, like Progress Jungle's not like insane damage even on the AP side. Zuri takes a while to come online, and then you had an Ezreal to dink away at the Bruiser Juggernaut combo of like Mord and Wukong.
Yeah, so that's going to do it here for us tonight. Tomorrow night, we've got Darkwind from Aegis. And then Friday night, we've got the mega stream of Harvest and Dread in Aegis and Crowstorm in CCS. So for myself, for the rest of Rodham, for Winged. My god, I'm tired. Thanks for watching tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Go watch some card games. Aikido used to play for us, and he's the only person I've got online. So go watch some cards. There's a new patch today, so he's got 1 billion viewers, and now we're going to give him more. Bye!